if you're spending a lot of time doing something and it's not involving other people and not involving creating relationships, evaluate and figure out why.
That was legit.
He's a sage. He's a fucking grand wizard.
That was some grand wizard shit. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be special.
Do I ever look there or should I just always look at you guys?
I don't think we ever look at the camera
All right, cool.
unless we really want to say something with emphasis.
Okay.
Like Shadypenguinn is here for the 1 year anniversary of Sunday.
Come on, 1 year anniversary.
Let's go. I mean, get some hype up in the comments because this is not live. I always want to say chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are here. Vinny, Phil, Shadypenguinn, thank you
Hello.
so much for stopping by
Yes.
for this 1 year spectacular.
I drove in the car many minutes
in the rain. Look at
How
that.
many minutes?
for this. It was like 72 minutes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It was longer than expected, too.
Yeah, it was longer than expected. Rain and then Long Island drivers. For some reason, weekend drivers were out today. And that's
Very
what happened.
angry people.
Yeah.
The angriest on the
Dude,
earth.
right by your house, like less than a mile away, someone's entire bumper was just on the front lawn.
Bro.
The entire thing.
Not surprising.
What is going on around this town?
What is going on?
There's also so much road work around here.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I'm
it's-
talking about.
We talk about this on every episode. There are just a bunch of construction workers standing there just spinning their batons and whistling every day. I have no idea. You know what they were doing? They were running a gas line
Okay.
up the whole length of this road, which is a street road, whatever you want to call it. They've been out there for what? A month and a half, 2 months, already?
2 years. You know, what's the fucking
It blurs.
difference?
Yeah, that's one of my most anxious things when I'm driving and there's the construction workers with the signs that say go but slow. And you don't know if you turn the corner, if they're actually accurate, and you're about to crash into somebody. I hate
Yeah,
that
you're
so much.
trusting those random schmucks just holding the sign.
Just two schmucks
Yeah,
out there with a
that's it.
sign. Unbelievable. But yeah, you're here right now. This is awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining us.
course.
And I'll just start by saying this man is one of my biggest inspirations,
Stop
if not the biggest inspiration for me actually starting YouTube. People ask all the time, what made you want to start? I was sitting in marine science, senior year of high school, 2014, I believe. I would come home every day, watch your stuff with my brother Joey.
wild.
You just met him. Shout
Yeah.
out Lou Ferrigno. Dude's jacked. And it's like now this man's in my mom's basement and
Bro.
we're filming a show on the best podcast set known to man.
You guys can't even see half the set. It's beautiful.
Thank God. Thank God you can't see half the set. But yeah, I was doing some research, minor research. I didn't go overboard,
Yeah.
but I watched you on a couple different podcasts and I was dying laughing when I heard this one because you mentioned how you don't like the term influencer.
Oh,
And
God.
this guy hates. He says it with a he does not like the word
No.
influencer.
So
Okay.
you don't like influencers?
I don't want to say that. That's a very
That's a hot take.
That's a
right?
hot
It's a joke.
take. That's
Oh, yeah.
like that's loaded. I think especially at the time of that podcast, because that was what
Couple years ago for sure.
two and a half, 3 years ago. I think the big thing is that it became this identity crisis for literally, I would say even my generation and below. Like basically Zoomers, forget about it. Zoomers, you're screwed. I'm just letting you know. If you're a Zoomer out there and you're watching, I'm sorry.
It's tough.
It's tough, dude. But even whatever, millennials, where it became this big like, hey, I can do a normal thing and influence someone else to do that thing, and all of a sudden I have so much more self-worth, even though all I'm doing is, like I'm just playing games. For example,
Right.
I'll take the way that I thought about myself during that podcast too. Like all I'm doing is doing what comes naturally to me, what I've dreamed about doing since I was a kid. 'Cause
Yeah.
whatever, walked around with a Game Boy since I was 4.
Yeah.
So like, what are you gonna do? So I don't know. It's a loaded word because there's so much weight that our culture puts on it right now. That you're an influencer. You get these responsibilities. For example, that's like one side of it where you have to talk about certain things and not talk about certain things because you have an audience now. So with this audience comes a responsibility. I don't even know how I completely like which side of the fence I side on with that. Like, is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Or should they just say, no, screw it. I've just done what I wanted to do. It's not my fault. People follow me. Because there's a lot of people a lot of creators I've seen that like, that's it. Like I just started making funny crap and people follow me. I don't owe them anything now. I'm just going to keep doing the thing that I was doing.
Yeah. It's ironic too because like you become an influencer, you gain a following, and then like what you said, you kind of can say things, but you also can't say things. So in a way, you become like a sheep that also is just following what society and what the general population thinks is acceptable to say. You just say anything.
I got the hot take.
I
Dude,
admire
take
that.
the hot takes. So then what is your thoughts on influencers? Like give me the Phil spill. I want to know.
Okay.
Buckle up.
No, I won't go off the fucking wagon. Basically, I guess the main question is like, what are you influencing, right? Why are we putting this power dynamic onto people when they're literally just they're random people that they didn't maybe they worked for this like social currency, followers,
Yeah.
But like, there's no body that says, oh, you're now important, and it's just like, it's selfish to think that like because we just play games, we make videos. Those are normal things that people do. But now all of a sudden we're fucking better than other people. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that something really interesting, a long time ago, I read it in a blog, but essentially anyone who's willing to sit in front of a camera and record themselves is a little bit of a narcissist.
I heard you say that before. Yeah.
And it's true, right? Because like you have to be somewhat, you can label it however you want. You can label it as confidence. You can label it as trying to branch out, whatever the heck you want to call it. But you have to think that you are worth watching, which will make you a little bit of a narcissist. Unless that's not the case. That's not like a black and white thing, right? It's just, I think it's very common in my sphere of where you're really sitting and playing video games. When someone's making a video of them crafting like some crazy real life master sword, like that's crazy. That's content. You should film that. People need to see that. But when you're, like you said, kind of doing normal things, I don't know. It's hard for me to not just be like, hey, that's a normal person. That's like, it's funny, before you were saying it's weird when you meet someone who's on the internet and like, you kind of got to pull it back. And I totally get it when you've watched someone. I've had those moments where I've met someone and it's like, dude, they're in the same room as me. This is crazy. But especially now, probably the past 2 or 3 years, it doesn't matter who we meet. Like when I met Tim the Tap Man at TwitchCon, it's just like, yo, dude, I love your stuff. You're cool. I'm praying for your family. That was like literally what I said. I had a conversation with him about his kid, talked about my kid, and that was it.
Yep.
And like, that's the point now where I'm like, it doesn't matter your size. Cause he's like he would be the person that I watch the most, probably.
Gotcha.
You still watch him currently?
Yeah, I watch him. Yeah. Well, so right now I kind of swap. It depends who's alive. Cause I'll swap between him and Nick Merckx. They're like, usually they're playing together. So I just want to watch whoever's perspective is like, seems like they're livelier that day.
Right. What games do you like watching?
For them, I literally don't care. It's really weird. Like,
I love that.
I mean, they mostly play COD right now. And I don't play COD at all. Like I suck. I'm garbage at it. I tried so hard and I'm just so bad, but I will watch them every single day. So I'll record like from like 9 to, well, right now, like 7 to 10. Then I'll do the markets from 10 while I'm editing, and then I'll have them on my third monitor.
So this man is trading stocks while he's editing.
Bro, let's talk about money in a little bit.
Okay.
We got to warm up a little.
Yeah, we got to warm up.
But it is crazy though, because like, there is that connection, and it's a relatively new thing because people have always been fans of people.
Yeah.
In mainstream media of TV shows, movies, etc., whatever. But there's something about feeling like you really know that person that's right on your tablet, your phone, your computer, whatever, that just makes you feel like, no, I know this person, but you really don't.
Yeah.
Like I know you, but I know the you that you put on the computer, on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like there's layers to every person.
There's layers to
If people saw me on my, like people always say to me like, Vinny, your positivity is insane and it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh my God, if they caught me on a bad day,
Yeah.
which I have all the time.
Of course, yeah.
I'm a prick sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna go live and be like, yo, fuck you. Why you here? Like, you know what I mean? But like if I'm having a bad day and like my brother's pissing me off, I'll be like, yo, get the hell out of here. Like, what do you like,
Yeah.
there's a short fuse to me.
I think jumping off that, influencers that are like negative. So let's look at someone, I would say someone like XQC.
Like Philion?
Like
Yeah, like Philion.
like someone who can completely roast someone in their chat and then the chat just backs them. Like,
Yeah.
I think they have it made, bro. Like, and I think it's because that's who they are, though. Like, I think XQC actually is almost everything he puts out there. I'm not like, I don't watch XQC like avidly or anything, but from what I've seen and from the things that I have watched, he was doing Jump King. I don't know. I feel like he's exactly who he is. And if he's having a bad day, he's just not going to stream.
Yeah.
And if he's having a good day, he's still cursing people out in his chat. He doesn't care. Like, that's just what he does.
Dude. So what is your regiment like? Because you mentioned you were watching people sometimes while you're editing. Do you treat it very 9 to 5 where this is when you're working, is when you're working?
I wish.
Will you wake up in the middle of the night and just say, I want to go live?
I would say ideally I would love to be on like a 7 to 5 schedule. That would be amazing.
10-hour days.
Yeah, 10 hour, probably 10-hour days. Yeah, right now. I mean, I'm a pretty big believer in like you work like no one else, so one day you work like no one else. So you work a ton now and you don't have to work later. I am fully confident that I will be retired. I'm looking at the camera by 35.
Let's go.
Not like retired, like I'm not doing content anymore, but just like finances don't exist.
Yeah.
Like you don't have
financial
to worry about
freedom
that.
to the point where you can enjoy the time with your family to the
Yep.
maximum potential. That's in 6 years, dude.
Yeah, 6 years.
That's legit.
I mean, with these Pokemon cards, it might even be sooner. So
Let's
I don't
go.
even, Bro,
Hey, you pull that Charizard. I've been telling this man he's got a heavy pack that has a chance to have a Zard in it. I want this man to open
I
it.
can't do it, dude. It's a $30,000 scratch off
It's
though.
a
Right,
game.
right now I could sell that pack. I could send an email and sell it for $30,000.
Right.
Or I could open it and maybe pull a Charizard.
How much is that Charizard worth?
I mean, it's worth
200K plus now. If
Yeah,
it's a PSA 10.
So that's the other thing. It has to be perfect condition for it to be 200,000.
So how many cards are in this box?
Well, I have 3 heavy packs.
You have 3?
Yeah, I have 3
Oh,
heavy
we gotta
packs.
talk. I might need to buy one.
Wait,
Are you kidding me right now?
What's in a heavy pack? How many cards?
Guaranteed foil, 10 cards. Guaranteed 1 foil.
What does that mean?
The holographic.
The holographic.
The,
Charizard's
big, the
a
big
holographic.
daddy. There's a good card in one of those, in 3 of those 3
And
packs.
you have 3.
Yeah.
So there's 3 foils in there.
Yes.
Minimum?
Minimum 3 foils. Yeah.
There could be more.
No. Maximum.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's going to be 3 foils no matter what.
Okay.
So
I didn't know you had 3.
And
Yeah.
how many different foils are there?
in base set, I think 13 or 14, maybe 15.
The thing that sucks is like the price differential
It's
between
insane.
Charizard and I think
Even the next best,
What's-
Blastoise or Venusaur. Blastoise,
Yeah, it's
right?
insane.
It's insane. So PSA 10 Blastoise right now, I think now it's up to 30K, the price of the pack essentially. So like, if you don't pull Charizard, you almost should have just sold the pack. Almost.
You know what's crazy? The PSA 10 Blastoise thick stamp right now on eBay, it's listing, so you can't really gauge it on listings.
Yeah.
But dude, I've seen listings for 6 figures, $100,000 Blastoise.
No way, bro.
Crazy. I'm pretty confident that my Stoise is a 9, the one that I pulled
Yes.
from Logan.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get that graded soon. I actually want to ask you off camera, like how to do that whole process
Okay,
because
yeah.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But I need to send that bad boy in because a PSA 9, the listings are up to like 35 to 40 grand
Yeah.
for a thick stamp first edition Blastoise.
This is all above my head.
Well, once you guys talk about D&D in a little bit,
all
I'll
you have to
just
know
kinda
is that
sit here.
shiny cardboard, lots of money.
Yeah.
No reason why. That's it.
Dude, it's that nostalgia, man.
guess-
People feel like I've been unboxing some vintage stuff, and it's like, dude, you're holding something that's 20 years old that takes you back to that time when you just run to the deli and pick up a pack. Crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
it's really good stuff.
I guess they're
honestly.
only really worth that much because people are willing to pay that much, right?
It's
Yes.
yeah.
Once my generation is dead, once our generation is dead, these will be worthless. I guarantee it. What's going to be worth something is going to be like Sword and Shield cards, right? Because the kids right now are growing up with Pokemon Sword and Shield, the first game on the Switch. If you're not loading up on Sword and Shield product for like your retirement, then you're being silly because like right now it's cheap.
If
History
you're a Pokemon
repeats
If
itself.
master.
you're if you're a Pokemon master, if you're trying to catch them all.
Yes.
But if you're a regular civilian,
If you're a regular civilian who is,
a normie,
I would still buy at least 2 boxes and put it on your shelf.
Well, that's the thing. Like
Like a $200
history
investment.
repeats itself. It's like I said to my parents the other day at dinner, I go, why didn't you guys buy me a box, one box, and put it to the side? My mom was like, they were expensive. They were $110 at the time.
Yep.
I'm like, Mom, those boxes are like 300,000 plus right now. Like, can you imagine if there's just one in the attic with dust on top?
yeah,
of
but
it? I'd lose
hindsight
my
is
mind.
2020.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't expect your parents to be like, "Oh, these are going to be worth millions one day."
They should have known, Phil.
I mean, you saw that with like Beanie Babies and shit.
Yeah, Beanie
Yeah.
Baby. There was another thing that was huge that I can't remember. Not Webkins, but I think, Beanie Babies were tremendous. Those, I think, though, Evo. I think Evo is going to be a lot of money soon.
Evo, I mean, Evo's already creeping up, dude. It's at what, $400 or $500 a box right now.
You pulled a Zard from an Evo pack. Isn't it like $6,000 right now on eBay?
If it's PSA 10, it's $6,000. Yep. Yeah.
And that box is $400. So that's a better gamble, if anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's a rare. That's,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not hard to
So
pull.
why not just farm those boxes, speed run it to the
People,
Zards,
hey,
and
people
then
are.
Hey, you're looking at a soon-to-be farmer over here. I found the listing. bro.
cultivate the Charizards?
I'm giving this like one more week before I like fully go ham with the Evo, but I've been trying to get at least one vintage box, whether it's Fossil, Jungle, Rocket,
Rocket.
or the base set. And I'm talking to one guy right now that I'm praying to God. He just like says, all right, screw it. You can have it.
Yeah.
What
Is this
the
the guy that you were telling me before about? New York?
I think so. Yeah.
Base set?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the guy. I can't even remember what we talked about. This is all so surreal for me right now. I'm just kind of living in
Now-
floating in the moment.
Is there the same market with Yu-Gi-Oh cards right now, or do you
It's peaking up a little bit.
It's crazy.
It's
think because Critical's doing it?
Yes. Oh yeah. Critical is literally making that happen, 100%. And so in my timeline is Pokemon is gonna be the hottest. Yu-Gi-Oh is never gonna catch Pokemon like exactly how much, but it's gonna go Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then Dragon Ball Z stuff, like just Dragon Ball Z games, Dragon Ball Z cards from back in the day, because those are like the 3, at least in my world, peak nostalgic. I remember me and all my friends, we loved those 3 things. So
And you've done a lot of Dragon Ball Z and Yu-Gi-Oh content.
yeah. For a couple of years. I mean, just for probably a year and a half, 2 years, I was like basically exclusively
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
What's your favorite to make right now and of all time, would you say? was your favorite?
Right now,
content to
Among
make?
Us is my favorite to make
That's
for
awesome.
sure, 100%. I'm literally I also want to start a Discord. Would you play Among Us?
I haven't played it yet because I have
do.
my Mac.
All
He
right.
plays
All
it.
right,
though.
so Phil's
We can
Phil's,
play.
Phil's hopping in. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That works. I'm looking for people to like get like a consistent like 30 people in a Discord to know like, hey, I want to record a session for a couple hours. Get 10 people. Anyway, so Among Us is my favorite content to make right now. All time, I think I was talking to you before. Like, there's something special about Shady Locks specifically. Like, waiting for your like just begging your Pokemon not to die, getting randomly critically hit, and you're like so attached to this thing you've spent like 7 hours with, raised it like your own child.
Yep.
And that's probably all time my favorite. I would
Any
say.
plans to bring anything like that back for the diehard Pokemon fans that are watching this right now, feeding at the mouth for you to bring back a Shady Lock?
I would be surprised if I don't ever do one. Right? I definitely
Gotcha.
think I'll do another Shady Lock at some point. It's just that I'm at a point in my life where there are bigger things that I'm thinking about. As far as like, hey, I don't really care that much about planning my next YouTube series. I care about planning my next big financial move.
Yeah.
Or I care
for
about
sure.
planning my daughter's birthday party. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like I'm in a weird phase of life where it's very different. And we could talk more about like, I mean, another thing that's definitely happened for me with content creation and YouTube in general is like, I have disassociated so hard from community in general. I won't even say the Pokemon community, but just community.
You have.
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah. I
actually.
mean, well, wait. I mean, I don't know what else. What were we talking about? We were talking about something else.
We jump around like
Yeah,
crazy.
dude, we were like, my brain is that like
Yeah.
the meme of the.
You're the guest. You take this wherever you want. We're down to chat with you.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just I really backed away from community and other influencers ever since everything happened with Nappy, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, and also like there are people that are like, you can't say that name. I'm like, it's not Voldemort, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's something that happened. It was a real thing, and basically ever since then, I've really taken a hard turn, just like removing myself completely from everyone. And even before then, the group that I was closest with, I was pretty much not close with them. Most of them will vouch for that. That I was planning a wedding, right?
Yeah.
As soon as I got engaged, I pretty much like they were playing games till all hours in the morning, having a good time, and I would join in like once or twice every 3 months.
It's a game with the boys.
It's a game with the boys. Yeah, dude. Now I father of two. I've in the past 7 days alone, I've been up till 1, 3 in the morning playing Among Us because it's the best game in the world.
Yeah.
So the biggest reason, honestly, why I even said yes immediately, like to come out, I was like, hey, dude, yeah, let's do it. Is because like I want to try to find community again.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I've learned that you can't do, especially YouTube, especially content creation, you can't do it isolated. Mainly because it's soul crushing.
That was my approach up
Yeah.
until Vinny was like, listen, you got to start community building because this man's the king at building communities.
Hey,
Yeah.
stop it.
So now
This
I got
guy-
a Discord. Now I got Twitch. I'm talking to people. I know them on
Killing
a
it,
first name
too.
basis and shit.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's way better.
For sure. And that's like, you're building community like with your viewers or that's huge for sure. There's also definitely something special. I mean, you obviously have Vinny, so it don't matter, but plugging in with creators it's like, dude, if you've ever worked a job, like I worked at a supermarket for like 6 or 7 years. If I had to do that alone and I never got to bounce like all the crap that happens, you go crazy, dude.
Yep.
So not having like a circle of creators that you're connected with is so bad for you.
Yeah.
Crazy bad.
And I was telling all of our friends, I mean, guys, I don't think I'm thinking too much into this. I feel like he said yes very quickly. I think maybe this is a door opening thing where he's coming on my show. He's probably going to want to work with other people sometime in the future. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't. But if it does, that's really exciting because there's a whole new audience now that might not even know who you are, that, you know, those worlds will collide. And that's big for everybody.
I don't know how many like well, I'll call them Gen. What are we? We're in Gen 8 right now, right? Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call them Gen 9ers because that's the only thing I can think of. I don't know how many Gen 9ers want to watch a Gen 3er. Like,
I think they would.
You feel like a boomer?
I'm a dude. I am a boomer. I know I'm a boomer, bro.
Trust me, you'd be fine.
So I don't know, but still, yes. Ideally, I would love to. Here's the big thing for me that like I get anxiety about planning a long project.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's do a let's play. It's going to take 30 to 40 episodes. That fills me with existential dread like nothing else.
Yeah, it's a huge commitment.
Yeah.
Especially if it doesn't go the way you want it to go. If
Yep.
the person you're working with is not someone you thought they would be a certain level of professionalism, and then they're a schmuck. It's
Yeah,
like,
or they're not schmucky enough. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, there's just like no energy and no connection.
yeah.
It's like,
That's
dude,
true. That's a
I'm
really
looking
good
for a
point.
little dirt. So
Yeah.
like, and especially obviously everything that happened with Nappy, it's like I trusted exactly one person to work with over the course of 6 years, and I chose wrong. It's like
Wait, so for viewers that don't know, because I don't know,
Okay, so Nappy was someone I worked with a long time, the King Nappy. It came out that he basically had I'm gonna call it a moral failure, right? Something essentially with grooming underage people that no one knew about. He was like the ringleader of a large group of friends, and basically once that came out, that group of friends basically split into like 5 different. Picture like the Triforce in the original Zelda, where it splits into 8 pieces. It basically did that, and then I just fell into the dirt instead. Like I literally just dug a hole and hid out there because I was also, I wouldn't say I was Nappy's closest friend, but I was his closest business partner. I would say we did the most work together out of anyone that I've ever worked with, and that I think that he's ever worked with. So
you were like that SpongeBob meme, like I'm a head out.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
But instead of walking at the door, I literally just walked into a hole. I walked under Patrick Starr's house, and I literally just closed the rock on me.
For perspective too, like him and Nappy at their like peak, like their apex, they were like the guys to watch in the entire community, like top tier.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Like we would put out a series, and every episode, especially of our second to last Soul Link, would break 6 figures within 24 hours. It was 100K for the first like 10 episodes, then it like settled at like 90K, which is great for me. I mean, and that was the big thing too, right? That when everything was going down, bro, like I did not want any of the spotlight, and I do not regret how I handled myself. I think I handled myself with grace, and just I'm proud of that. But people don't know that was like 35% of my income. And I'm like, I just got married, just bought a house, and then all of a sudden, boom. And it's like, that is obviously, that pales in comparison to the victims of everything that happened.
Yeah,
but like, it's still like, okay, I'm going back to my world now, and I have to handle my crap. And I had no one to handle that with.
There's layers to it. There's the business layer, the moral layer,
there's
the ethics
friendship layer. There's
friendship,
so
the
much.
people involved. Exactly. And you know what, man? Like, I don't, that is such a heavy and big thing that, you know, for you to not be in the most comfortable space to branch out again is completely understandable. I'm sure you know that. You don't have to hear me say it, but it's like, dude, I mean, you know, God forbid I ever found out like something happened with you. I would be fucking, I don't even know what the fuck I would do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, this is my best friend. Like,
Yeah.
you don't even know what the hell, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You think you don't know people on the internet, you're like your own circle, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, and that stuff happens all the time. Like, so that really turned me into such a cynic when it comes to people. I was like, dude, if I couldn't see this happening, then I don't know anyone, bro. I know my wife, and that's it.
Yep.
Like, I don't know anyone else. And there are people that don't even know. You know what I mean? You think you know your wife, and you think you know your spouse, and then she's slamming a bottle of vodka behind your back, and you had no idea. No,
unbelievable.
it's crazy.
I think it could be cool though to see like a resurgence of, you know, you still have your guard up, but you're willing to open up the circle a little bit to work with, you know, other people. I think, dude, like as a viewer, not even to say like, let's work together. As a viewer, I would love to see you work with like Dylan or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be, I think, so cool.
I think like for me, the first step I'm going to be taking. So even what's today? Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow, I agreed to do a stream with some people. Maj and Phil, Reverse, and Game Boy Luke.
Yeah, Luke was telling me about.
Yeah.
Shout out Game Boy Luke.
So like that's like a big thing saying, hey, this seems like a good entry point. It's not a hard commitment. It's a stream we're doing together. We're gonna hang out. It's not like, hey, we're doing a 40 episode series on Pokemon.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah,
It's just chill vibes.
It's just chill vibes, dude. It's just trying to vibing out. I hope it's a good time. I think it will be a good time.
Yeah.
I'm definitely ready to like, hey, let me go back into Pokemon. That's a big thing too, bro, that people don't know when they're like, oh, Shady abandoned Pokemon. First of all, I literally hate the idea, bro. You're just starting out in this like streamer journey.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna get people that think like you swore a blood oath to whatever game they like watching.
I mean, we could talk about this because people think I swore a blood oath to make fitness content.
Okay.
Right? Because that's where I
he
blew
dealt
up.
with this for a long time.
I have a series called like Fitness Flop, and here's why X is on steroids, because I'm just really into fitness, or I was at the time. And then I did a hard pivot, or kind of a soft pivot, I would say.
It was a pretty gradual pivot. Yeah.
I started making commentary videos, just talking about influencer culture in general, certain people in the community, stuff like that, on social media as a whole. And people were just jumping ship, like, fuck you, why don't you make fitness content? You're not doing anything.
Toxic.
Oh my God,
it was toxic as hell.
But now, it's like doing a full, what is it, 180, not 360?
Yeah, 360 would be back.
Put you right back where you
Where
started.
it's like this new, like I got the original OG Philion people that just like watching me because they like hearing me talk, they like my jokes, whatever. They're not really tied to the whole fitness thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the new people that, you know, found me through like the commentary videos, and like the old like diehards are just like, doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah.
Like
they're gone basically.
Yeah.
They're okay. Yeah, it's definitely crazy how people they'll it's so weird, bro. It's just like you said, you didn't swear a blood oath to fitness. And also the other thing is like you're not like 400 pounds now, right? Like you still like fitness. You just don't want to create that content.
Yeah. How much can you talk about like a certain thing before you're just like, fuck this?
How many Nuzlocke can you do? That's why I'm so into the TCG stuff now. I'm like a little kid in a candy shop. I'm like, this is new. I don't have to get mad. I'm not screaming unless I pull something really good. Like it's exciting for me. You know?
Some people can do it though. They can like
Tim the Tam, and you said you watch him because it's him.
Oh yeah, like watch anything. Watch anything.
No, I'm saying some people like just stick to that blood oath.
Oh
and, like,
yeah. Well, they stick if the shoe fits, wear it.
I would go fucking crazy.
I know. Hobson, you know the rapper Hobson? He literally has a line on one of his songs. Man, I hate rap, but if the shoe fits, wear it. He's good at rap. He makes money doing rap.
Like do you set?
Yeah.
That man makes 9 videos a fucking day. I'm just like, how do you do this?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it's one of those things. There's a mindset, and I'm not gonna say it's a bad mindset, right? Because like back in the day, you just did your job. You did for a while after the Industrial Revolution, we were working 60 to 70 hours a week.
You went to the factory, you cut your hand, you came home, you
came
kissed
home,
your wife.
Yeah. And that's it. And you did it again. So it's like some people are just like, that's their mentality. Like, hey, no, I don't need to enjoy this. I can just do it. Yeah. And then there are some people that are like, I really, for some reason, I just constantly enjoy this one thing. I will forever enjoy it. I agree. I don't get that. I don't want to say like disrespectfully I have ADD, but I can't focus on things. Like this is the longest I've ever done a job. YouTube is the longest. And I also took breaks. So it's like my supermarket days, 6.5, 7 years. I'm a college dropout. So clearly I know that one thing I struggle with is focus and discipline. So after like 6.5 years of doing Pokemon, I wanted to switch up, which is why I went to Yu-Gi-Oh! Another thing that I loved for my childhood, that whole nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
It's people that can stick to one thing, God bless them. That's crazy. You're honestly better off that way. If you can find something that is literally your heroin, go for it. As long as you don't overdose, then it's fine.
I tell people all the time, it's like when you're first starting out, like people ask for advice. I'm sure you get this all the time. I'm sure you get this now that you're talking to the Discord with people and stuff. It's like I always say this, you have to start with something you like. You can't, when you're creating and you're being creative, it's very hard to show up to the job you don't like at the factory. Like you have to like what you're doing to get the full potential out of you, because especially if you build something out of something you don't like doing, then you're just fucked.
You're screwed, man.
There's nothing you can do at that point.
Yeah.
You can't pivot from there, from something you hate to something that you like, and then hope that people like come along for the ride. It could happen, but it's definitely tough.
Wait, so Shady, you're a college dropout? You want to get into that?
Yeah, sure. Dropped out of college.
Nice. I thought about doing it too. Yeah. No, I mean like
all of us.
Was there a point in time where was it like a transcendental moment where you were like, oh, this is my destiny, I got to drop out, or was it like, fuck this?
Okay, so the first time I'm 18 years old and I'm going to St. Joe's College and I got a 4.0 and in my first semester I'm like, dude, W, let's go. I was always like, I cared about that crap. And then second semester starts over the winter break though, I had to start working a third job. I was working at Stop and Shop, Home Depot, and GameStop.
God damn.
Yeah.
Those are all corporate jobs.
I know, dude. I was
cogs in the machine.
I was literally in the machine, bro.
This man was the machine.
I basically was the machine.
Do you have the garden tools? Aisle fucking 84.
Oh, yeah, right next to Assassin's Creed. Yeah. No, my bad. So like, yeah, once the winter or whatever you want to call it, spring semester started, I got like 3 weeks in and my grades were slipping, bro. So I was like, all right, I
wonder why, bro. You're probably working like 70 hours.
I literally was.
Jesus Christ.
So, and I was on a scholarship. So if you do poorly and they take away your scholarship, you can't get it back. But if you withdraw and you come back, you can get your scholarship back. So I was like, all right, let me just withdraw.
A tactical withdrawal.
Yeah, it was all smart. It was a pretty smart move. I withdraw. And then I'm still working 3 jobs. Then GameStop lets me go. Apparently I was just seasonal. Didn't know that.
Damn you, GameStop.
Withdrew from college and literally 2 weeks later, like, oh yeah, you're seasonal, dude. Your job's gone. I'm like,
what do you mean
you're
I'm
not
seasonal?
On the schedule. Sir, you're not on the schedule. What is going on here?
It was wild. So then I ended up picking up more hours Stop and Shop. Over the next couple of years, I ended up becoming full-time there. Hopped around supermarkets. Fast forward like 3-4 years later, I'm like a department head at ShopRite. Crushing it. Actually loved it, dude. I think I was probably making like 17 an hour, but I was able to work 60 to 70 hours a week. So then you got time and a half after 40 hours. So I was pulling home like $1,200-$1,300 a week. And for me at the time, that's crazy money. So I'm doing that. And then I'm like, you know what? This is a lot of hours. And I was getting serious with my girl. And I was like, let me go back to school. And I'm sitting in fish class. And this is when the
class?
Fish class, bro. This
like
is not
like a marine science, or
like a marine, some sort of marine.
Just called
biology.
Fish class, though?
Because the first day of school,
you know what it's called? Ichthyology.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah, study of fish.
What the fuck is
Is it
going on? Why do you guys?
really? Dude,
You're
you're so
both fish
smart.
experts over here.
I'm definitely not because I literally they hand me a book called The Four Fish and I read it.
There's only 4.
There's only 4 fish and I read it for the first week and I'm like, yeah, I got to drop out again. This is not for me.
The fish class made you drop out.
Yeah, the fish
Look
class.
at that.
Yep. And then, but I mean, at that time, I started doing YouTube like literally either right after that or right during that. It gets a little fuzzy now that I'm like a boomer, and I just, I was like, hey, YouTube's the wave. I remember going to my store not my store manager, the store manager, the guy who owns all of ShopRite on Long Island, and I'm like, hey, dude, Chuck, listen. I'm doing internet things. I can't work here anymore. He's like, what do you mean you're doing internet things? And this guy, Chuck, loves me, dude. Like, I think I could go back today and get a job.
That's amazing.
He would literally make me like assistant store manager today, which is great because I thought about it.
It's good. It's good stuff right there. Shout out Chuck.
Yeah, shout out to Chuck, dude. You're a good guy. I know you're watching.
Chuck, if you want to come on the show, shoot me an email, all right? We'll get Chuck on here.
Oh my God. So yeah, ended up just being like, hey, I'm gonna stop this because YouTube. I didn't quit my job. So school became irrelevant to me when I was making $1,300 a week. And I didn't quit my job until YouTube was making that times 1.5. So
how long did that take though? Because you had a pretty
So like 2K.
fast
Yeah, I
rise,
wanted like
right?
2K. Yeah, it was. So I started uploading in 2013, sporadically, like on and off. And then once X and Y dropped, Pokemon X and Y came out for the DS, 3DS in 2013. I went a little ham. I went like a video a day, and then in December I was doing 2 videos a day. That's where my whole catchphrase came from. Yeah, so doing 2 videos a day. And then at the end of December, I think December 5th, I had 1,000 subscribers, or something like that. And then by December 30th, I had 5,000 subscribers.
That's sick.
And then by January, I think I had like 60K. So that 1 month was like, that's when I was like, hey, Chuck, I'm done. School, you suck. I'm out. And I'm just playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because that was all the money I needed for sure.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Wow.
It was definitely, and like I had that year of grind, but truthfully, it was not. The whole reason I blew up is because I was literally one of the first people to do live Wi-Fi
The
battles.
Wi-Fi battles.
I did it with a face cam.
Right
And
place, right
What's a
time.
Wi-Fi battle?
It's when you battle someone else in Pokemon over the Wi-Fi.
So this is literally like how many years ago are we talking?
2013, 2014, 6 years.
A year before I started.
So that was Wi-Fi battles are that young?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and you were doing Wi-Fi battles in black and white as well.
Right.
But that was probably, and Diamond and Pearl wasn't too hot for Wi-Fi on YouTube. But yeah, so black and white. So that's still 2011. They're young.
Those battles were hype though, and your thumbnails were so different too.
Yeah. So
where did the inspiration for those come from? You just kind of
they just did them.
Kinda roll with
just
it?
roll with it. I literally can't even remember, bro. Like,
here's a question.
yeah.
Because I saw you like poke fun at yourself in your comment section the other day. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna bring this up.
Okay.
We're vibing. We're vibing.
Let's get it. Yeah, we're vibing.
So this man literally might have the world record for most YouTube channels.
Really?
Straight up, dude. He's got to have at least 13.
Wait. For some context, let's bring up. You have over 3,300 videos.
Yes.
Holy, I didn't even know that.
That
That's
is
crazy.
fucking
On
crazy.
that one channel.
Yeah,
That's the one. Type it on Social Blade Shadypenguinn. You'll see a
For
slew of the other
context,
channels.
I have 69 uploaded to my channel.
You can't upload again.
Dude, I know.
That's it.
How the fuck do you have 3,300 videos?
Well,
Dude,
for a
2
while, I was doing
videos
2
a
videos
day.
a day.
Crazy.
Oh my god.
600 videos, 700 videos a year. And then sometimes more than
For
2
like
a day.
5 years.
For like 5 years. Yeah.
I guess that does check out.
Yeah, he says I didn't really grind. I mean, yeah, you did.
Well, that the 2013. If there's a way to look at it, 2013, I probably uploaded like 40 videos, 50 videos. Maybe if you don't count when X and Y came out. So before X and Y, maybe like 38 or 40 videos, and then X and Y came out, and then I probably uploaded another 60 that year, and then then it was all downhill from there. I'm not sure. It depends on your perspective.
Wait, so how many channels do you have?
Active channels, 2. Channels that I've attempted and made, probably like 9 or 8.
so
yeah.
What are some of them?
Shadypenguinn. They're all Shadypenguinn blank. So Shadypenguinn TFT. Shadypenguinn Collects is my newest one. Shadypenguinn Collects.
subscribe.
Subscribe. Opening Pokemon cards in there, and it's really fun. Yeah. So yes, I've tried so many different channels because the YouTube algorithm has,
That's what
it's gone back and forth where like, hey, you can't do different things in the same channel. Or you can do different things. You just have to be somewhat related. So every time, just the safe thing to do in your mind is let me protect my big basket of food and let me try to make another basket. The thing is that the psychology of once you have a big basket and you start trying to make a new basket, it's really hard on the human brain.
There's very little motivation when the big basket is
right there.
What's gonna help you and keep
It's
you
that big
afloat.
basket.
It's that big basket. It is.
Has any of the little baskets ever caught like some serious traction?
I would say my first little basket back in 2015, Shady Gaming or Shady Side Gaming. That was
I
like,
remember that one. Actually.
I have like first of all, it was that brief time period where YouTube let you use GIFs as a banner. So like my banner looked like you were under the ocean. It was inspired by Fish Class. It was great.
There you go.
And
before fish.
Before fish. And I had like a Fire Emblem video on there that popped off, had like hundreds of thousands of views for no reason. It was just a part one. It was literally nothing special, but for some reason YouTube was like, we like this stuff. So yeah, that was probably the one that caught the most traction. It's also the first one I abandoned because that's just how my brain works. Like I said before, I think I have some form of like, hey, I can't focus on something for too long.
Well, your Twitch, I mean, I guess your Twitch is up there. You know what I'm saying? So like your Twitch is definitely another basket. It's not a YouTube basket.
Yeah,
to use that analogy again, but your Twitch is pop.
Yeah, I mean, money's fake, so it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, I want to know about.
Let's get into
you
that.
said this
Okay,
earlier.
let's talk about this. Okay, so I've been in the stock market now for probably like 6 or 7 weeks, 8 weeks, I guess I'd say, and I've learned a lot of strategies to make about 8 to 12% a week on your money, which is like insane. So if in my mind, right, if you can save up 100 grand before you're whatever 35, that means that every week I know how to make $8,000 from that 100 grand.
And it will be consistent though.
Exponentially.
So compound interest. So the 8% is almost guaranteed. I would say for safe measure, 6% is 100% guaranteed. You're making 6% a week with the strategies. 12% is high for sure, but I've also had weeks where I've made 16, 18%. But usually 16 to 18% is followed by like a 6%. So that's why I average at 12. Anyway, all of that learning over the past like 2-3 months has showed me how fake money is, because this number just goes up by thousands and I feel nothing. Like 5-digit movements, and I'm like, it doesn't matter.
So you frequent Wall Street bets.
I'm a degenerate, sir. I have all my vaccines. Are you kidding me?
I have no idea what's going on, but I'm loving this.
Okay, so Wall Street Bets is a subreddit on Reddit, right? And it's of people that, people say that it's just straight up gambling. It kind of is, because a lot of people, you'll have people that throw a lot of money in and literally either make tons of money or they lose insane amounts of money. Right. So, but then, that averages out to people making money, like Shady over here found out he can make, 8 to 12%, which is crazy exponentially. But basically it's a group of people that are doing calls and puts on the stock market, correct? Which means like you're predicting a stock to be a certain price by a certain date, or you're predicting a stock to decrease to a certain price. That's a put, correct?
Yeah.
So by doing that, it increases the amount of money that you make versus just buying shares of a stock.
Gotcha.
Right.
Is it a tough process though? Like, do you really have to be invested in it? If it's so easy, like, wouldn't just everybody do this?
The biggest barrier to entry is capital, right?
So you have to have the money to make the money.
Yeah. So like, think about it. The average American has an extra $30 a week, maybe, if even. Most Americans will get wiped out and they'll have to go into foreclosure if they have a $1,000 medical bill. So most Americans don't have money. But if you do happen to be able to put $50 a week away over the course of 5 years, you can be a millionaire with like. So Theta Gang is the strategy that I frequent Wall Street Bets. It's a much better subreddit, but you'll see once in a while people will mention Theta Gang. Those are the strategies that I use.
I don't know what Theta, like I've seen people drop it, but what is it?
So Theta is basically a Greek in the option. So an option has a bunch of different Greeks, which kind of dictate where the price is going to go as far as like, hey, if the stock price moves up $1, this is going to this option is going to increase by delta. That's one of the Greeks.
Okay.
Theta is the Greek for time. So every option has theta in it, which is just the value. So say I think something is going to expire. So today's Wednesday. So on Friday, I'm going to say that Adobe stock or Apple stock, we'll use a familiar one. Apple stock is going to expire at $120 strike price by Friday.
Meaning the Apple price will be $120 on Friday.
Yes. So that's what I think.
But it's Wednesday, so you're predicting this.
I'm predicting that in 2 days it'll be $120. There's 2 days of theta left. So there's a very small amount. Now, if I were to make that prediction for 3 Fridays from now, there's a much larger theta component in that option. More time.
Which means more money.
Time is money in this.
Okay.
Yes. Because all I'm literally doing is selling time, which is why both money and time's not as fake. Time is a construct, but money's actually like ridiculously, like, I don't understand how human society is how it is right now. Because I guess it makes some sense, right? We've decided that things are going to be worth something. We need a way to track that. So here's the money. But if we weren't such a consumerist country, everyone would be living completely fantastic lives. Like, especially when I think about influencers, right? There are influencers that could end homelessness like that. Like it wouldn't even affect them, especially with this. Like, I would love to get in front of people that have like real money, like Logan Paul, PewDiePie, that kind of money, and be like, hey, let's learn this, and then let's take all that money and then just end homelessness and let's end world hunger. Because you literally can.
You heard it here first on Sunday Sauce. Shadypenguinn is ending homelessness.
No, I'm not.
Crazy.
But my goal is to build an apartment complex on Long Island that is essentially like not a profit machine, right? Because the reason why rent is so high is because we're
Helps
trying to
people
profit.
out. That's
just,
awesome, man.
Hey, listen, baseline living, if it's going to be, as long as it will, I just need the apartment complex to pay for the insurances and to pay for the managers that run it and for the custodial work and all that stuff.
Are you
I don't
just
want any
running?
profit.
You don't want any profit.
I want zero profit. Zero profit. Because you don't, I'm at a point where for me, I'm only 29. I sound like I'm literally a 73-year-old boomer, but I've been through enough to know that things do not make me happy. That's the philosophical tweet you were probably going to reference.
Yeah.
Like
I have it actually right here.
Yeah.
The root of all suffering is attachment.
Yes, that is one of the 4 creeds of Buddhism. Essentially, that desire breeds suffering. If you have no desire, you have no suffering.
Sounds a little stoic.
It's a little stoic. It is, but it doesn't mean that life is bad, right? It doesn't mean it. What it really reveals is that the things that we often desire don't do anything for us in the long term. I can speak to that in my personal life, and I think that almost every human being, if you talk to almost any human being that's lived like 50 years, they're going to speak to that. I would actually bet my bank account on it.
To play devil's advocate, though, is that just desires for materialistic things, or can you desire a partner?
So in Buddhism, desire, it's referencing everything.
Everything.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
it's saying but it's not saying that you have. Well, Buddhism kind of does teach that you have to kill desire. But I'm not a Buddhist, so I don't really care. But I do like taking insight from other like world religions and people that are way smarter than me. So I would say that having a desire for a partner is a good thing.
But a traditional Buddhist who's neck deep in Buddhism might say that
it's not.
Right.
So
Now,
how do you live? You just be like.
Well, I would imagine that someone who's practicing Buddhism, if they're going to the far extent of it, they might even still have a partner, but their desire for their partner does not outweigh their desire to fulfill Buddhism, right? Like whatever the other creeds are and whatever the pursuit, because the pursuit of Buddhism at the end of it is to become a god, essentially, by rooting.
Wow.
Like one of the things that the way you do that is gods don't have desire; they just do, right? Like that's just what they believe. So it's interesting. All to be said, I haven't rooted all desire in my life, and I don't plan on it, right? Like I love my kids, I love my wife, but for me, material stuff is really far out of the range, except I really do want a castle. I'm not gonna lie.
With a moat and alligators.
Listen, the moat can go, but and it doesn't even have to be a big castle. I just like stonework. I really like I grew up playing Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne, so I really love the medieval times.
Did you play WoW?
I did not play WoW. My parents wouldn't let me pay $15 a month.
Oh, okay. So you just played Warcraft 3.
Yes, I just played Warcraft 3 to get that. Yes, sir, ready, my lord. Like I got all that, but
Any RuneScape?
dude, somehow I never played RuneScape growing up.
People love.
I
used to
don't
play
understand.
RuneScape.
No way,
No,
dude.
'cause
No?
it's all the medieval stuff too.
Bro,
Though.
yeah, but RuneScape is trash
My
compared to
cousin
WoW.
used to play RuneScape. He was like a
RuneScape?
frog. He had a frog suit. I remember that. Yeah, I think that was a thing in
Dude,
RuneScape.
if you look at World of Warcraft versus RuneScape, there's no fucking
No comparison.
Well, that's why one's $15 a month and one's free.
Yeah.
Now D&D, again, I don't know this stuff, so don't attack me, guys. But
You play
D&D
D&D?
completely different than World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but there's crossover. Like, it's all the same.
You're like a
mythical-
professional player, right?
I actually could put that in my Twitter bio because
That's
Wizards of the
sick.
Coast has paid me to play D&D before, so it's pretty
Oh,
possible.
there Wizards of the Coast involved with D&D as well.
Wizards of the Coast is the creators of Dungeons and Dragons.
You definitely don't know this. The first couple of Pokemon boxes, a lot of the Pokemon boxes, early 90s, early 2000s, was this company.
Yeah.
Until they sold it to Nintendo. I learned
So-
that the other day.
Wizards of the Coast created Dungeons and Dragons,
Yes.
and they paid you to play it.
Yes.
Where?
So cool.
I did a live show at PAX, and I currently have Nights of Evening Star, Tuesdays, 7 p.m., twitch.tv/DND.
So you follow Critical Role?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, so
Well-
you're mad deep.
So do you know Mika Burton? She's been on Critical Role, and she does Critter something with Matt Mercer. She has a show with Matt Mercer every
is she
Tuesday.
the voice actor of Jaina?
Is she the voice actor of Jaina? I don't think so. I could be wrong. If she is, I didn't know that.
They're
What-
all voice actors.
Yeah, but Mika, I don't
No,
know.
that's Laura Bailey.
That's Laura Bailey. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, I don't think Mika's actually done voice acting. I could be wrong. I don't think she has. But so she's in our Tuesday show, and she's also has in Critical Role.
Oh, crazy.
So it's like, yeah, so it's like a. I'm thankfully and gratefully like plugged into that world. D&D is the best. D&D is 100%. The thing that I want to do most when I've retired 35 is just play more D&D.
So what type of characters do you play?
So right now I have a rogue who newly came into nobility. He grew up in the Kingswood, so he's just a woodsman guy, and now he's like a baron of
What
Evening
race?
Star. He's a half elf.
This is amazing.
Nice.
And my other big character was a full elf in my home game, and he had to watch his father die twice, which was really fun, really good times. He was a druid, and I'm
Nice.
actually playing another. I just finished Curse of Strahd with some friends on Sunday. I was playing a druid there as well. I really like druid, bro. Druids are busted.
I was in a Baldur's Gate campaign.
Okay,
I was playing a dark elf
nice.
named Beladash Melanore.
Bella, oh my god,
It's super nerdy. But anyway, yeah, she was a rogue.
nice.
And then, but my favorite character, no, I actually had 3 characters. My first character was Bulgarius Bronson. He was a, was it a giant? Not a giant.
What the fuck are you looking at me? for?
Goliath.
Goliath.
He was a Goliath,
Wow,
and he was like blood crazy. So
I
he just
love
fucked
it.
everything up.
nice.
And number 2, my favorite character was Doofus Longsock.
That's the best name I've ever heard in my life, Phil.
That was a,
Does he wear long socks?
is a gnome.
No socks.
He's a gnome, a dark gnome.
Okay.
What is it called? The deep gnome.
I think no. Is it deep?
I don't know. He's just,
I've never done anything with gnomes.
Wait,
bro.
no sock or long sock?
No, it is
Long
long sock, but I was hoping
Oh,
he wore
okay.
no socks.
just like he was a bard.
Oh, okay, nice.
That is the most fun thing to do.
Bard. My friend Nate, he swears that Bard is the best class.
It
in
is.
D&D.
It is.
Like,
You're like the dungeon master, the person that runs the game, like
Okay.
their worst enemy, because you have so many different spells and tactics to like fuck with their plans. So it's like it's pretty fun.
I don't know if I said that my Knights of Evening Star character is a druid. I can't remember now. Tarkal's a rogue. Morristal is a druid. And I'm also in another show Thursday nights. Twitch.tv/Brad Ultimus. We started out like in a wizarding school. We're all wizards. And Gideon there, we actually just started season 2, and he is like a lowborn. He's a commoner, and everyone else is like nobility and like all upstucky crap. So it's been really cool dynamics. The role play for that is really fun.
The first campaign I was in was Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Okay,
That one was sick.
I've never heard of that. Is it a module?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
How long would it take me to understand this if I wanted to get into it? Is there a hard barrier
Like
to entry?
2
or
weeks, 2 sessions, right?
Yeah, I mean,
You get the hang
I
of
think
it?
you could watch. My DM actually just started a new YouTube channel. I'll link it to you later. I don't know the actual like URL for it, but he like has a breakdown for new players, like,
Tutorial
just-
type
Yeah,
stuff?
just to learn like, hey, what is D&D about? The big thing about D&D is that it's you playing a game. Like you're playing a game and a story. Like you're writing the story as you go, and it's really cool. It's really fulfilling to be able to like role play, and then the combat in D&D is so much fun. But
There's so many aspects. To
yeah,
it.
there's so many. It's actually the most fulfilling thing that I've done in my life. I would say, like getting to play that live show at PAX with Chris Perkins. Chris Perkins is the guy who wrote. He writes almost all of the D&D books now, but he specifically is most known right now for writing Curse of Strahd, which is like supposed to be one of the hardest campaigns that D&D has ever put out. And he actually like he's our DM for that live show, and he actually came on our Curse of Strahd campaign, our home game the other night on Discord, and he got to play a werewolf, and it was really, really cool.
That's
so
dope.
it was super.
I'm gonna check it out.
You really
Yeah.
just like write your own adventure.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be.
That aspect is dope. It's like you're writing a story while playing the game, not playing the story that was already programmed into it. Essentially, that's really dope. That's where I met you the first time, actually, at PAX when at the D&D like panel.
Yes.
On
Yeah.
in the front of the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, that room. Or do you mean when we were at the booth?
Yeah, the booth right in the front of the. I
Yeah.
can't think of the word.
Lobby?
Lobby, yeah.
Foyer?
Something
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, it was crazy. And how did you and Nate become friends?
So I used to watch Nate a ton when he was uploading a lot of Nate and Dookie back in 2013, 2014. And apparently Nate used to watch me.
That's cool.
So I remember like there was one update video before we were friends. He was wearing like my original Keep It Shady shirt. And I was like, bro, he knows me. And then I like literally reached out. I'm like, dude, what's going on, bro? And he's like, I like your stuff. Let's meet up at a convention. So when we met up, I think the first PAX we met up at was PAX, was it West? I think it was PAX West 2014. And yeah, we've been close ever since. He's actually like, he's the one person that through everything that did happen, like I've stayed connected with him. And I think part of that is because we really have never made content consistently together. We've just been friends. And
Yeah.
that's also super important to have. I think like as much as I encourage creators to get connected with other creators, I think that's so important. But having people that you don't work with but understand your job is super, super
That's a really
healthy.
good point. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Because then there's no weird strings, but they could say, hey man, what you're going through, that sucks. I know exactly how that
It's
feels.
always friendship over business in that
yes.
sense.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, and now we've put out songs together and stuff, but like that's just
Dude, the middle cover, I love that
Bro,
fucking song.
thank you. That
The
was-
middle, Jimmy Eat World in general. I wanted to talk about music like briefly.
Okay.
I fucking love Jimmy Eat World. I wanted to know like music taste. I have no idea where you fall on that.
So I mean, I grew up a little emo kid. So I mean, a lot of like Hawthorne Heights, Silverstein.
I don't know any Silverstein. I may have heard of.
Bruh. Okay, so like heavy, like post-hardcore, Under Oath.
I don't even know this.
Dude, I know.
That's wild, dude.
I typed in Silverstein and Dr. Jason M. Silverstein was the first result.
No, that's not it. Well, they're
Wilmington.
probably not even a band anymore. Honestly, I wouldn't even be
They
surprised.
broke up.
They probably broke up.
So you
It's
like
been a
metal?
minute. I can't say I don't not like metal, but I don't listen to any metal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you like emo music,
I grew up liking emo music. I'd
So-
say
like My Chemical Romance?
yeah, MCR. MCR is
they're
great.
awesome.
Yeah, MCR is great. Jimmy Eat World. I mean, Jimmy Eat World falls into that pop punk genre of like MCR is a little more emo than Jimmy Eat World. And I did listen to Jimmy Eat World a ton growing up. Right now, dude, I'll be honest, the past year, I've been dry on music. I really haven't. I've just been gaming nonstop.
Just a gamer.
Like, I'm just a real girl gamer
dedicated
now.
to the craft.
I'm obsessed with music.
Yeah.
I feel like music might be my favorite medium as far as TV show, movie, even YouTube. And I watch
Really?
YouTube
Wow.
every day. I don't know. There's something about like hearing a song. I feel like music more than any other medium or anything in life, like will take you back to a specific moment and feeling you had in that moment than anything.
Well, I mean,
Because it's such a short increment. Besides, like, I guess watching a video, is that what you're going to say?
according to
In
your
it?
logic, Pokemon cards bring you fucking
They
back.
do. They really freaking
So
do.
you have to make music about Pokemon cards.
I'll do it.
And then you'll get double smacked with nostalgia.
Well, Randolph is a rapper. I might have to hit him up.
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah,
yo, let's
yeah.
get on a track, bro.
Yep.
I'll bring the beat. We'll make it happen.
Well, and you guys have worked with Scotty on music. Or,
oh, dude, he's so talented. Shout out Scott.
Scotty's so good, dude.
Bro, I hit him up 2 days ago. I was like, yo, I need this like crazy like alert for a big donation. Like that's just like super heavy metal. He made it in literally like a day and it's already live on my channel and it's good to go. He mixes and masters all of our songs.
Dude, that's so good.
Because when we started doing sleep blocks, we kind of set this precedent where every time we would open a stream, we would do a song.
Okay.
So Scotty like became our go-to guy to mix and master and
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
sound good. And then my most recent sleep block, there was like a bunch of factors that were just like the song was not happening. And I was like, yo, Frank, let's do something different. We made this like super corny like Disney Channel sketch.
Oh my God.
And people loved it. They were like, yo, it's not a song, but this is hilarious. I didn't see like one bad comment. And
Nice,
that's
dude.
rare. So it was like, oh, this is they really mess
rare.
with this.
You cut me out of that.
Yo, it didn't make sense.
Okay.
I wish you would have said, what the fuck is a sleep lock?
Right.
You said, what the fuck is a Nuzlocke? And we didn't mention Nuzlocke one time in the video. So like randomly at the end for you to be like, what the fuck's a Nuzlocke? I was like, you gotta kill your darlings.
I
It
guess.
just, it doesn't fit.
That sucks.
It just didn't fit. This is so off topic, but I needed to bring this up because I just want to know your thoughts, both of your thoughts on this. I'm not going to say where I went today, but there's this one, I'll say facility. Not facility. There's this place I go to that has the same worker there every time I go.
Okay.
And I'll just say it, she's a bitch. I hate her.
Do I know this place?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'll tell you both later. It's not
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
big, I just don't want people like putting two and two together and being like, oh, there's the bitch and show up there. So it's like, it makes me physically like not want to go there and I have to go there.
Right.
Okay.
And it's like every time I go, I'm like, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt today.
Yeah.
Bitch. Every time.
Every time.
Was so rude today to like a 65-year-old man. And I was just like,
I know exactly what the facility is just with that sentence.
Yeah.
I know 100% what it is.
yeah. And I'm like,
I think I know what it is too.
yeah, I'm like, what is going on here? And I've lost.
I know what it is actually.
Keep saying it. They're gonna figure it out, Phil. Shit. I'll write it on my notepad here so you guys can have the satisfaction.
I could tell you what that is though.
What is it? Here, right here. Bam.
She's just mad at herself.
That's true.
Well, I feel like that's what stems from most here. I wrote it down right on the bottom there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
Bro, and like I'm really bad with like remembering where things are, and I lost this one thing. I'm sorry, this is so cryptic, but it's the overarching story here is just we're dealing with people that are bitchy or rude when you go to certain places, and like I lose this thing, and I go
Yeah.
there, I have to tell her I lost it, and she gives me a fucking attitude. Just let me know how much it is to replace the fucking thing, and we move on.
Yeah.
But it's always a whole song and dance with this girl.
I would say she's just mad at herself.
She might not like the place that she is, that you go to, you know, like she might not even want to be there.
Yeah, she clearly does not want to
So
be
what do you,
there.
so was there a question? Was it
The whole thing is just like, is there a relatability here? Like, do you go somewhere, maybe like a grocery store or something, where like you have to go there, but you have to deal with a person that's going to make your life a little uncomfortable for that span of time?
So I used to work at a country club, and there was this fucking asshole that used to work there, right?
Ugh.
When I was a lifeguard, right?
Okay.
And he was the guy that would like clean, like do the chemicals in the pool. Like lifeguards don't really touch that.
Check the pH levels.
Lifeguards test the pH levels, but we don't put the chemicals in,
Okay.
right? So this guy would always just be, he was like weird with the girls, and they were young, and he was like rude to the guys. He had this weird masculinity complex, and he was just a fucking dick. And like, there's literally not much you can do other than just like kind of laugh and be like,
I try
this
too.
is just a
I
miserable
try to
man.
like be like not over charismatic, but like try to get nothing, dude. And I like to consider myself a pretty charismatic guy.
Right.
I can't get this girl to
I would
smile.
buy life insurance from you, dude. I mean, you're pretty charismatic.
Oh, they saw good, man. That's what Shady said when we started the show.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything you do, dude. I think
let
you're
it
out of
rock.
luck. Let it rock. Yeah.
Oh God.
It's just you go
What?
there, you do your thing that you have to do when you go to that place, and you leave.
And you leave.
Yeah.
Maybe
Seems like
one
it
day
really-
she'll smile.
Yeah.
Dude, a year, no smiles, only bad interaction.
That sucks.
I almost want to like I want to bring her like a pizza or like a thing of cupcakes.
You
But I feel like even that would get a bit. What is this?
Yeah.
What is this? At my place of work, cupcakes. You know, I can't win.
Is she older?
Probably in her 30s.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you tell I'm just
Yeah,
ruined my day
actually,
today.
you actually
This was a
have,
beautiful
like,
day.
You know what it is? I think you're internalizing other people's energies, right?
Mm.
Like, there's no reason why that lady should affect you. She's being a, you know.
Her chakra's just throwing me off. Trying to just be a good person.
Like,
over here.
you take that and you're like, it bothers you, but why?
I don't know.
Why are you owning that? Because like you make content, dude. If you're owning this person's, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're overcompensating from all like the non-absorbing of chakra you can do on the internet, because you can't absorb everyone's chakra on the internet. Too much.
You can't get the full vibe.
There's too much negativity there, and like you can't. So like maybe like this is your outlet, bro. This is where you're like, I want to see this person happy.
Yeah.
I need to.
Well, you know what it is too? Like I would give her the benefit of the doubt the first couple of encounters. Maybe she's having a bad day. You don't know what anyone's going through. Who the hell goes through things for a year straight like that, where it's like every time she's that angry?
She's miserable, dude.
We got to help her out.
Dude, she might be going through it, dude. First
She
of all, it's
might be.
2020. I don't even know.
You're right. You know what? I judged her
Second of
too
all,
much.
if
I'm sorry.
If I worked there, I would be a fucking dick, dude. Are you kidding me?
I used to be a dick at the pizzeria. I can't even lie. I hated working there. 12-hour days in front of the hot oven. Ugh.
That sounds awful.
Grumpy, hungry people. You forgot their fucking side of sauce. They come back in with a tirade, just ready to.
Yeah, that's two things. You forget things when you go to this place. You're forgetting sauce, man.
Man, I'm forgetful, dude.
That sucks.
I never lose my wallet though. Just started using a wallet recently.
Yeah.
I always would just go out with my ID and cash. That was it. Now I don't
Okay.
have any more. I just have
You look.
cards
You're
now.
dressed like a guy that does that.
Yeah.
How you doing? Let me tell you something. Dude, listen, man. Sometimes on the show I like to vent, you know, whether there's a guest or not a guest, I gotta
It's your
express
show.
myself.
You do what you got to do.
Yo, Shady.
It's like my therapy.
You're older than us. You got any life advice? You're 7.
Anything.
You're 7 years older than me.
That's
5
wow,
years
that's
older than
wild.
him.
Sprinkle some wisdom on us.
Okay.
Money's fake.
Money's fake.
Buddhism is where it's at.
Buddhism has some good stuff going for it, for sure. I
Play
don't really
D&D.
play D&D.
Play D&D. Heavy metal.
Heavy
No.
metal. No. I mean, heavy metal's fine.
Emo.
I would say if I could give someone if I had to pick the best life advice from my young baby 29-year-old mind, it would be to care a little less about the things you think you care about and care a little more about the things you don't care about. Like take inventory, bro. Take inventory.
Okay.
That would be.
Do you have a concrete example?
Okay.
Because I love that. I really do.
So for me, a long time, the amount of money I made was very important to me. I identified as being someone who made X dollars a year, at least 6 figures. That's like the minimum I had to make. And then once you start making more than that multiple times over, it's like, okay, that's a new benchmark. This is where I'm finding my identity. I think that's the biggest thing is take inventory of where you're getting your identity from. Like what will upset you the most? For example, you're a people pleaser because you want to make this lady really happy.
Yeah, I do.
Like, and that's not a bad thing. But you take inventory of like what things really make you feel alive, and then how much of those things you actually have control over. Like for me, when it came to me struggling with my identity as a creator and as a person getting an X amount of views and making money, I had way less control over that than I thought, because all of a sudden someone else's life turning upside down turned my life upside down. So that was a huge wake up call to me. That's why the past like 2 years, I really have just been secluded and really trying to take inventory of what's important to me. And then I would find things like, when you start out a relationship with someone, you're head over heels, you're in the honeymoon phase, you're great. And I love my wife so much, but there was a time where like I was not putting in enough time into that relationship that I claimed that I cared so much about. And that would actually that's actually the biggest thing, is that people at the end of the day, both from isolating and then focusing on my closest relationship and now wanting to get more relationships with like creators in the workplace, relationships are the most important thing in your life. Hands down.
I agree.
It doesn't matter what else. It doesn't. Money's very important. Money's also fake though. But money's very important. I get it. Having things is very important. People will always be more important than things. Period. And like the more people, I don't want to say the more people, the higher quality of people you can have in your life, the better off your life will be. No one, not a single person on their deathbed goes, man, I wish I would have worked 10 more hours so I could have made an extra $100 in the week. They think about, man, I should have given my daughter that bath on her 6th birthday instead of going to work early. Or man, it's always relationship. That's the only life regrets people have. So like if you're spending a lot of time doing something and it's not involving other people and not involving creating relationships, evaluate and figure out why.
That was legit.
He's a sage. He's a fucking grand wizard.
That was some grand wizard shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not saying that again. That's it. That's the best advice I could ever come up with.
That's some Dumbledore. That's some Gandalf type shit.
Very solid. I feel inspired right now. I'm gonna go for a fucking 5K after this. Just with that loop
to that place of work with a cupcake for you.
Yeah. Here you go.
That's it. Yep. You're Dude, a person. Take this.
I wanted to bring this up earlier. I forgot. On Joe Rogan's podcast, Kanye actually brought up something that made me sit back and go like, "Holy shit!" I want to talk about this with Phil, okay. And you definitely will have some good thoughts on this because you keep saying money's fake. He said, I don't remember how he approached it, but he said something along the lines of, "Okay, well, we're in all this debt in America. What does the Earth cost?" And just that one question, I literally sat up in my bed. I go, "What the fuck is Kanye getting to?" Because this is an interesting topic. It's like, well, what does everything cost?
What do you mean?
Like if we had to, let's say aliens came down and they were like Frieza and they were selling planets, what the hell would the Earth be worth?
The Earth is priceless.
Weird topic.
But what does it have to do with?
I don't know. I just
with debt.
I heard it and I felt some type of way. I can't explain it.
I'm gonna level with you, bro. When Kanye says something, you have to just like
I lose brain cells.
Many grains of salt.
There might be some wisdom in there, but also it's like taking a jar and like throwing some sand in it and shaking it around. It's like making noise, a little bit of noise, but it's such a small piece of wisdom. It's like not.
It's like that magic 8-ball. It's like,
yes.
The thing that floats around.
Yeah, of course.
That.
Like the magic conch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What should we do? Nothing. Okay. What kind of shows did you watch growing up?
A lot of Dragon Ball Z. Are You Afraid of the Dark? You ever hear that?
No.
Oh, my God.
Oh wait,
I'm
is
a
that
boomer?
Is that the one with the monster that held his eyeballs?
No, that's Real Monsters, which is
that
amazing.
I watched, yeah.
Real Monsters is amazing. Yeah, I watched a lot of Nickelodeon Cartoon Network.
Maggie and the Ferocious Beast?
Why does that sound so familiar?
The big polka dotted monster, yellow and red.
I think I can close my eyes and see that. I don't think I watched it.
Ooh, that was a good show.
I would have to see it. I mean, it depends. Like growing up is weird, but like I was obsessed with Teen Titans. You get into that phase, right? Once you start watching Teen Titans, that's like, now I'm gonna really watch anime. So then I watch Inuyasha, Dragon Ball Z.
This is the monster
Naruto.
from Maggie and the Ferocious.
Oh my God, yes!
Yeah, dude, he's great.
He's amazing.
Yeah, right. I think this is like a rematch. This is what we watched.
Yes, there we go.
The pig with the chef hat. Phil, that's you, bro. That's you in the kitchen, bro.
That's me.
Cooking up greatness.
Halloween costumes, right there.
Yo, is this us three?
That's us.
All right, Shady, Ferocious Beast, Phil, Pig. I'll be the little girl with the hat.
W.
I just need to get overalls. Actually, I have overalls from the Mario costume I do every year, which I will be Mario again this year.
Nice.
Any Halloween plans? Any dressing up?
I know that my daughter is dressing up as, I think, Snow White, and my son as a dwarf.
That's amazing.
So we got him like a giant, he's got a giant white beard. He's like 7 months, 8 months.
Is trick-or-treating happening?
I think that Kumo said it's happening. He said he's not banning it this year. So
nice.
Right on us. If we want to, we can. I don't know if we're going to go trick-or-treating or not. I have no idea. Probably will. Abby will love it.
How old are your kids?
So Abby's turning 2 next week, actually,
Dude, God
on
bless.
Monday.
That's awesome.
I know. and West just turned 7 months.
So is this first Halloween where they might go trick or treating?
Yes, last year she was too.
Dude.
We pushed her around in a stroller, but now she can run. So
That's
she's
hype.
So I want to do it
Zoom.
so bad. I want her to zoom around.
I talked about how when I have my house and everything set up, I thought we were going to be ready to go by Halloween, but we're clearly not. We definitely need another month of work. But
Yeah.
I want to be like the coolest house in the neighborhood where, you know, those houses that they put out the bowl and they
Right.
say, please take 1 to like 5 pieces.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, if you find the bowl, take everything in the bowl. And then when they take everything, I'll just refill the bowl. I'll probably only be able to sustain that for about 10 kids.
Yeah.
But 10 kids are going to have the greatest day of their
I
lives.
want to be known as that house, you know,
Yeah,
that just
man.
like gives the fucking king size candy bars. Like,
I hated when you would get like a quarter.
A quarter,
People around here used to give quarters and apples.
bro.
stay healthy.
That's crazy.
I'm walking all around the neighborhood. I don't need to burn more calories. I
know.
need to eat healthy.
It's trick or treat. You should give those people tricks. 100%. If someone gives me a quarter, I'm giving them an egg in the house.
Right.
Trick or apple.
Yeah. Have you seen Hubie Halloween?
No.
Adam Sandler, you gotta watch. I loved it. You loved it. I don't know if like the mainstream.
He's gonna love it.
Is it a cartoon? Is it like Eight Crazy Nights? I don't know why that's
No,
immediately
it's
what I thought
live.
of.
It's live action,
Oh, okay.
but it has a
What do you
lot of
mean live
references.
action?
It's live action. It's Adam Sandler as Adam Sandler. It's not like a cartoon or anything.
Well, he's Hubie Halloween.
Yeah, Adam Sandler as Hubie.
Okay.
Do you like in his heyday, like the Waterboy, Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
You like those? Okay,
Yeah.
so you'll like it.
It's same humor.
Yeah, it's very Adam Sandler. The whole crew and cast is there.
Okay.
You want to talk about people that have worked together for a long time, dude. That
Oh
crew
my
has been together since
God.
the early 90s, maybe?
Mhm.
Crazy.
They're literally family, for sure.
Yeah, how have they not broken up yet? Or gotten in any fights?
Who?
The Adam Sandler clique, like Rob Schneider, all those dudes.
Well, that's just his best friend.
They're all just like in every movie together. Who's the guy from The King of Queens?
Oh,
Kevin James.
That
Kevin
guy,
James.
yeah, he's in
I
every movie.
love Kevin
Yeah,
James.
he's
You know
bro.
he lives around here, right?
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah.
You know, he's actually like a trained MMA fighter too. You wouldn't think it. 'cause
I
he's
couldn't tell if you were serious.
No, I'm dead serious. He's a little
Really?
rap. Yeah, in that movie that he did where he was like a fighter, that was legit. Joe
Okay.
Rogan talked. I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan. If you
Okay.
couldn't tell by now, I'm
Nice.
obsessed.
Are you?
Yeah, a little bit. I won't mention the other podcast that I love because Phil will throw. I love Impulsive. All right,
It's not a bad podcast.
Joe Rogan.
Impulsive.
It's not. It's great. It's not as good as ours, obviously. Sorry,
Yeah,
Logue.
it's a fact.
I call him Logue now because we're
Yeah, because you
boys.
got I mean, you literally you got Pokemon cards from him. So that's
Listen,
it.
forget
It's
about
over.
it. That bond will never be broken. Oh man, dude, listen. We're on a roll. If you want to keep going, if there's anything else you want to talk about,
I mean, I'm pretty much a open book. I don't really have any topics that I was thinking of.
What are your main goals in life besides retiring at 35?
Retire. Okay, so besides that, I want to have that apartment complex for sure. That is my
By
biggest.
what age?
That's hard, right? Because
What's the theta on that?
Oh,
bringing
I like
it full
that. Look at
circle.
this. It's gonna be Theta Gang before we know it. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would think that I could realistically have that happen by 40. But I don't know, right? We have no idea what's going to happen next week. So that kind of also is going to put America in a whatever happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like, I think apartment complex, and the only thing I really care about is like my kids and my wife, like my family. I don't have any other major goals. I did for a while. Like YouTube was my big goal. Like, let me hit 100,000. Let me hit 500,000. Let me hit 1 million. Never hit 1 million.
Does that matter to you?
No.
Because right now I'm at 550K and like I'm still in that zone where it's like I want to hit a fucking million.
So I don't think that's a bad thing if you have that. I think that if you don't have that, like I have no chance of hitting 1 million. I think you have to have that.
That's not true.
I think so.
You can hit 1 million.
No. I think I would have to want it. I think you have to want 1 million to get 1 million.
You need that drive.
Yeah, because you need to do things. You need to do YouTube strategically
Right.
to get that. And I just don't have that desire. It's just not a goal of mine anymore, which is fine.
Other priorities.
Yeah, and for a long time I felt like less than, right? Because you have this goal, and then I reached 500K, and then everything happened, and it's like, okay, so I guess I've wanted to hit 1 million for so long, and I've been focusing on grinding this out, and now all of a sudden it doesn't mean anything to me. What am I? You feel like a shell for a little bit. So now goals is just like I just want to teach my kids how fake money is. And I want to make sure that they whatever they
At age 2,
Yeah, look-
during trick or treating, candy's real, money's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can eat candy, you can't eat money.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
You definitely seem like you have a very good pulse on like you as a person right now, though, which is
Better than 2
really,
years ago.
really, really cool to see. Like literally
Yeah.
2 feet away from me. Like it's dope. I'm happy for you that you're at this level of like realization. It
Yeah.
seems like.
Would
Thank
you ever
you.
vlog?
I would vlog. I've like pushed back on like doing family vlogs because like I don't want to put that
Ace family,
because I feel like
the Shady fam.
we know, dude. It would literally be
The
Shady
Shady
family.
family.
Shady family.
I'd
So
sub.
good. I would sub. I don't. The problem is like. We know that social media people put their best foot forward. And that's not a bad thing. It's just how it is. Most people, 95% put their best foot forward. You're seeing a filtered image. You're seeing the best after 20 selfies. Like, I don't know if I want to put that pressure on my family, right? I think that we would make killer content, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Honey, we got to fucking record today.
Get in front of the camera. It's time to make a vlog. Is your daughter funny? Can you see the personality coming out
She's so
already?
funny, man.
Yeah.
She's hilarious.
That's awesome.
So like these are things that I'm like taking notes, like literally writing down. She literally loves animals so much. It sounds cliche, but she loves animals and she loves dancing. Those are the two things that I see in her.
Does she have a
that
favorite animal?
My sister-in-law's dog, Molly, is her favorite animal in the world.
That's
So
amazing.
it's a golden doodle.
Why did I know it was a golden doodle?
I don't
I
know.
felt that within
You might
me.
have had it stored.
Everyone loves golden doodles.
Also, Hive Mind. We didn't talk about how this is a simulation.
Oh, let's
my
talk about
God,
it.
Oh, are you
dude.
kidding me? Let's go for another hour.
Are you guys believers in the simulation?
I need it to be explained a little bit further to me, but I feel like
I'm not,
That's fair.
but
I
I'm
feel
open
like it
to
could
the possibility.
be. Yeah, I'm open to it as well.
It's entirely possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously,
Let's go.
the simulation theory says that man will eventually get to the point where we will understand how to simulate a society the same way we have. Kind of like Sims, literally something we already know how to do, but do it in a more large scale. And if man figures that out, it's very likely that we are already in a simulation because if man can do it once, there's no way to know whether we did it again. And apparently there's all this like theory on it, like things that were left over from previous simulations that they just threw in there to screw with us, like the pyramids and things that are literally inexplainable.
Yeah.
Are just like remnants of past simulations. So I will never say this again. This is a podcast exclusive for you guys.
Get ready.
I obviously don't like fully believe in the simulation, but I really want it to be real so bad. So I just tell everyone and tell myself that I believe in it because like it just makes so much sense to me. Like it just, I don't know, things seem so scripted, especially like when you learn about like the 12 white men that run everything. Like as far as, and this is good. Oh my gosh, this sounds like such aluminum hat, like tinfoil hat. But there's literally like these 12 people that own every single.
Illuminati type shit?
Essentially, it's
Is
not.
Jeff Bezos in there?
Jeff Bezos is not in there actually.
Who's in there?
Eh.
Rockefeller? Are we talking about robber barons? Like,
Listen, we can't.
Back in the day.
If I start naming names, that door is gonna get busted down.
Yeah, I want to keep this house intact, please. My parents' house. We gotta make sure everything's all right down here.
All to be said, there's like these 12 people that own every single anything you've ever consumed from any TV station, any website, whatever. It's
Oh,
owned.
you're talking about media.
Yeah, it's
The
owned by
owners
these
of the
12 people.
media.
The orders of the media.
Now that's a whole different
That's
fucking
it.
ballpark.
For sure, but it also like if there's 12 people that can own everything, like these people have come to power by something, right? So my theory would be that they come from like the bloodline of people that know about the simulation, that literally know how it runs.
So they're in the game, so to speak.
they're in the game. They're placed in the game. The rest of us are spawned like in Sims, but they're like actually like they know they're in
We're
the
just
game.
random NPCs.
Yeah, we're
and they're
NPCs.
legit.
So you mentioned that everything seems so planned, right?
Yeah.
Like predestination.
You believe in fate?
I don't want to say completely predestined. I've become recently a very big believer in cause and effect, where like, not that, so there's determinism and free will, not that we have no free will, but that our free will at best is a result of something else that has happened. But it still feels free. And that feeling shouldn't be, like some people will dismiss it. Hardcore determinists and will just say, hey, no. That's just a feeling, it doesn't matter. But because that feeling exists, I lean more towards soft determinism, which says, hey, that feeling is as free as you can possibly get, but it's still cause and effect. Like literally everything else in our world is cause and effect. Anything you observe in science is cause and effect. Like, so why would humans be any different?
I watched a horror movie yesterday called Voorhees.
Okay.
It's a Dutch film meaning The Vanishing. It's a horror movie. It's so fucked up. Very depressing. But there's no gore. There's no plot devices that would make you think like, oh, this is like a horror movie. You know, it's all purely psychological. So the main character, which is actually like the killer,
Spoilers.
had a thought experiment at 16 years old. And you learn this when you watch the movie, that he was on like a balcony and he wanted to jump off. He wanted to hurt himself. Not die, but like he was far enough to like break bones, right? And he said that it was predestined for him not to jump. And to go against that predestination would be to jump. And that's the purpose of all of his actions in life from there on forward.
Wow.
So what he wants to do, he doesn't do it because he feels that the predetermined thing would be to not do what he wants to do.
Yeah. So he
What
jumped.
the fuck.
And he broke his arm and broke his hand.
Can you
and shit.
imagine living like that though? Anytime you have a feeling I should do this, you just don't do it.
Well, then, he's a complete psychopath in the
Yeah.
movie because he's batshit crazy. And then you find out later on in the movie, spoiler alert, don't listen if you don't want to hear this, but I doubt anyone's going to watch this foreign film. From
I was gonna say, where did you find Voorhees, the Dutch film?
From 1980.
What the fuck?
So, he abducts the other main character's girlfriend, right?
Savage.
For 3 years.
Oh my
And,
God.
and starts taunting the guy. So the guy's going crazy. And eventually he reveals himself to him. He's like, I'm your guy. I'm the killer. I'm going to show you what happened to your wife. Right? It's crazy. So he's like, okay, fine. He goes with him. Obviously not fine, but he goes with him. And then he's like, for you to know what I did to your wife, you're going to have to drink this coffee. And there's a sleeping pill in here. And then when you wake up, you will know what happened to your wife. And he's like, he doesn't do it. He's like, fuck this. He walks away. And then he's like, it's predestined for me not to drink it, and to go against that predestination would be for me to drink it. So he drinks it.
And does he just die?
He wakes up in a coffin getting buried alive.
Is that how it ends?
Yeah.
That's the fucking
Yeah.
climax?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, and that's the main character of the movie, the guy that jumped off the building.
He's the killer.
He's the killer.
And he explained that logic to the guy. And
Okay.
then the guy was
the
like,
guy just listened and did it?
no, he didn't do it. But then he thought
Had the
about it, and he was
realization.
like, it's predestined for me not to drink it. So to go against that, I'm going to drink it.
Bro, I feel like a puddle right now.
I know. What the fuck?
It's crazy, right?
That conversation always fucks with me because it's like, I really do believe, like, going back to what you said and even what you're talking about with this movie, it's like, you have these feelings that you make these decisions, but ultimately, was I already going to make this decision in the grand scheme of things? Am I really choosing right now, or was this just going to happen anyway?
I don't know.
Because I also believe in, like, signs, like to that Logan Paul with the Pokemon thing. I wanted to buy the pack. I ended up not buying it. I regretted not buying it because he said on his show they sold every pack. Then randomly, while I'm working out, I see an Instagram story that there's like 2 or 3 packs left. That to me is like, buy the fucking pack. You wanted to, you didn't do it. Now you have another chance to do it.
Well,
and then I end up pulling the second best card in the box. It all was just weird. You know, it was like too good to be true type of stuff.
Well, you know what's weird is like you can flip-flop back and forth between like, should I buy the pack, should I not buy the pack? But what if the entire time it's written out that you get that pack, you know what I'm saying? And that you flip-flopping has no bearing on what's actually going to happen because in the end you were
It's
going to
going to
get
happen
that pack.
anyway.
So it's fucking trippy.
Yeah, that is trippy.
That's why your pack is a Charizard, and you're
No,
eventually
dude.
going to open it on your channel, and it's going to be sick.
Rhyme thinks that 2 of my 3 packs has Charizards in it. Did you see that Logic opened up that box that had 3 Charizards in it?
That was a base set, right?
Base set, non-first edition, 3 Charizards. And those cards now, I mean, you saw, if they're PSA 10, they're almost 6 figures, or they're above 6 figures now, even for non-first edition. So he took...
So you want to sell me a pack?
Dude, I don't know. It's so hard, man. What's crazy is that I literally sold 2 packs to Leonhardt like a couple weeks
Oh,
ago.
he is the best.
I know,
Dude,
he's-
you want
I
to talk
love
about a
Leonhardt.
sweetheart?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dude, one of the biggest in the TCG community, if not the biggest. He is the nicest guy ever. I ask him like 30 questions a week. I feel so bad.
really? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And he always answers, so thank you. He said he's going to come on the show too. So
No
that's
Dude,
way.
that'd be awesome.
No way.
Dude, he has you look at his video where it's like $1 million collection. He just starts taking out booster pack after booster box after
He has a $1
rare
million
card.
collection?
Yeah, right. It's the
At least.
second video that he just posted.
This one? No.
Oh no, those are the most viewed. Yeah, it's crazy. And you gotta wonder, like, did he just buy all that when it was like when it was like $100 box? You know?
I think
Like,
well, he's been doing this for years, right?
Yeah.
So he's been building that collection. Yeah, when it was cheaper. He didn't buy all that in the past 3 months.
yeah.
So yeah, he's just. I mean, he's such a good guy, dude. He's done so much good in the world
Oh
too.
my God, it's amazing.
Like, yeah. So I literally just sold him 2 packs like 4 weeks ago, and now they've like tripled in price since I've sold them. So like, it's like one of those things where it's like, I love you, man, but I just lost like 40 grand, so
No,
I'm
I
kind
know.
of pissed.
Money
but-
is fake.
Yeah, but money. So literally, dude. So any other time, if you want to know how fake money is, when I first got into the stock market, I lost 20 grand on Tesla options. Like I literally posted on WSP.
I got Tesla.
Do you have Tesla?
But I don't do options.
That's smart.
How do you get into options? Don't you have to prove yourself?
No, it's nonsense. Robinhood is just like, hey, you have money, cool.
Wait,
That's
but
it.
like, why can't I get the feature?
You
Do I-
can.
Do I just not have enough money in the
Probably not. That might just
account?
be
Are
it.
you one of the 12 that fucking run this shit?
Yeah, are you in the Illuminati, bro?
No, because I'm literally telling everyone to stop focusing on all their money. Like I said, the only reason I'm focusing on this money is so that I can focus on the important things.
Yeah.
Like I want to get retired at 35 so I can spend the next 35 years doing good. Like,
Did you ever get a 10 bagger?
I've gotten a 10-bag losser, but I've never.
Okay, so a 10 bagger is 10 times return on your money, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's like the most
Jesus,
you
you've
can.
lost 10 times.
Well, I'm Tesla options. Because I put $2,000 in. I lost 20 grand. I lost 20 grand on Tesla.
Fuck.
But
But a 10 bagger is a 10 bagger is a positive thing. Like you put $2,000 and you make 20 grand on it. You get 10 times your return.
That's fuck. I need to get into that. That's just gangster.
I had a 5 bagger a couple days ago on Adobe. I did like 20 options and I spent, what was it, 3,000 and I made 14. It was under 5. So it was like 14,000. So it was still a
God
great profit.
damn.
I just don't understand stocks. I haven't been in that world at all. I'm sure I could grasp it pretty quickly, but it seems so stressful to me.
Well, the thing that I'm doing is definitely, the only thing I should be doing is not stressful at all. Like Theta Gang is the least stress I've ever had making money.
Nice.
Like and that's why it's fake. That's why money's fake.
So you're saying it's just easy?
It's literally just easy. Like,
We got to talk.
yeah, we'll talk. It's
How come you're not making tutorial videos?
Yeah, why don't you have shady stocks?
none of
shady
this. I should have said
stocks.
this. None of this is legal advice. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Now that disclaimer's out of the way,
Of course.
Yeah, I can talk to you guys, and I'll have to say that like 400 times. But that's why I haven't, right? Because you can't give financial advice, and I also would hate to give financial advice, and even though it's been working for me, for it to tank someone's life.
Right.
That's why the number one rule is
Shady,
Yeah,
I don't want all my money.
the number one rule is you
Shady gave me bad advice.
Yeah.
Here's my story.
Yes,
You're
yeah.
sitting there telling you
Financial
everyone
flop, Shadypenguinn.
Oh my god. We should meet at a coffee shop and just talk stocks.
Dude,
sometime next week.
I love stocks, man.
Do you like coffee?
I love coffee.
What type of coffee do you like?
I usually just drink like black. Like right now, I'm drinking
Sludge.
just
Savage.
sludge. Right now, I'm just drinking like the black pumpkin Starbucks, like in my house.
All right,
That's
you got a
it.
little flavor in there. You got a little
Yeah, I
flair.
do. Yeah, I mean, I like creamer. Don't get me wrong, but like I'll usually right now if I'm trying to like because it's coming up to winter and I know I'm gonna eat a crap ton more than I already have, so I'm trying to cut calories somewhere.
There
So
you
I'm just
go.
drinking my coffee black.
Do you ever have
Um,
espresso?
I have, but not like on the
He's
regular.
addicted, bro.
You're addicted,
I am
Espresso king.
I'm the caffeine god.
dude. How do you
Step into my world.
Do you do just one a day?
One espresso a day?
Is that what you do?
Fuck that.
Baby numbers,
No,
dog.
I got to start my day with a double shot.
Oh
And then you got your 2 p.m. double shot.
I'd be running through sheetrock walls.
I think
then-
you're due.
And then yeah, dude. So normally I'll drink like 2 to 3
Okay.
caffeine things a day.
Yeah, but if those are like double shots, that's like not.
Goes through me.
That's crazy.
Okay, so for example, I streamed Dead by Daylight last night for 3 hours.
and you're almost dead by daylight because you were drinking so much coffee.
from like 9:30 to 12:30, right? And I was drinking espresso while I was playing.
I can't even imagine, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I
nuts.
Fell asleep.
it doesn't bring you any anxiety. I feel like I get anxious when I drink
Okay,
coffee.
it amplifies my anxiety if I have it.
100%.
Okay. And you have it every day? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but I don't have anxiety every day.
I'm anxious all the time.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you anxious?
I would say that from time to time, yeah.
I feel like anxiety's baseline. Every human experiences anxiety.
Thank you,
But-
social media.
Shit.
That's literally why.
Twitter is a fucking cesspool
wait.
of angst.
Why do you think social media? Not that I'm saying I disagree. or agree, but
I mean, social media 100% has made the human race more anxious than ever because we're constantly comparing ourselves and constantly feeding our brains these images. Like, so when you scroll, like you don't be thinking anything. Your brain is taking
it's
that.
that social media diet.
Yeah, literally. Like, and your brain is munching and tucking it away in its brain gut, and it's gonna get sick. Like, it's literally a fact. My wife cut out Instagram in January, and within like 3 months, like
Felt amazing.
literally, she's just like, I feel so much better. It's insane. Like, such a crazy improvement.
And Instagram, in my opinion, compared to like a Twitter, it's not even that bad. Like Twitter, the problem is everyone's opinion is on. You get their opinion and then the opinion of other people that they agree with, and most of the time it's all negative shit on your feed, and you're just like, oh my god.
That's why I follow
oh
like
my God.
9 people on
Yeah,
Twitter.
I think you actually he went on a mass unfollowing a couple years ago, right? And you were following zero
Yeah,
people
I
for
think-
a long time.
I think it was August last year. I was following like 700 people, and I went down to 1. I followed my wife, and
I
she
don't
doesn't
follow.
post.
I don't follow anyone on Instagram on my business.
Really?
One. I have
Okay,
a
cool.
personal one that I hate, but I still keep it.
Yeah.
Healthy. But I literally have 0 following on Instagram because it's just I find myself scrolling. I'm like, there's a fucking waste of time. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Instagram I like. I don't really have much complaint with Instagram.
You have a healthy relationship with it.
Yeah, Twitter though, oh, fuck that, dude. I love Twitter though because I love connecting with people, but like
Yeah.
the news feed, I stayed away from it for a while and I did feel better. But it's tough. It's like a drug. Like I'll be laying in bed. And I don't know if you guys do this. Like before I sleep, I'll just open and close apps like repeatedly.
Yeah.
Swipe through my app drawer for no reason. Like
I'll pick up my phone, hit Instagram, close it immediately, pick up, hit Twitter, close immediately, put my phone down.
Yeah.
I'll do that 5 motion like
that
throughout
ritual.
throughout my life, throughout my day.
It's fucked.
Yeah, it is. And like it's such evidence of like, hey, there is something seriously wrong with our culture and my brain specifically. It's crazy.
What kind of anxiety, if you feel comfortable talking about, like what exactly happens? Do you get the jitters? Do you overthink things? Are you a dweller? Do you have OCD?
I would think that my biggest anxiety comes from social anxiety. So when I know I have to go into a setting with either new people, or like a large amount of people, like especially like going to conventions,
Like a PAX.
Yeah, like a PAX, like that last PAX. And I didn't always have this for sure. It developed as the past like 5 years. So definitely that's my largest. And then I'm definitely an overthinker. Like I have a tweet that I sent out. I won't say when because I don't want to say when because I don't want people to find out which tweet it is. But I still have so much anxiety over this tweet because like it's just a dumb tweet. It's just stupid, but I can't delete it because it exists already and it's been recognized by specific people. So it has to sit there. But I literally think about this tweet before I go to bed and I say, man, you are so dumb for typing that. And that's awful. Like that's a terrible thing to think about yourself.
You can't delete it?
I can't delete it
Why
because
not?
then people will know it's deleted. I have to wait longer.
Not even that though.
How fresh is
But it
this
also
tweet?
doesn't matter if I delete it, right? It doesn't matter because the people that have recognized it have already registered that as a dumb tweet. Like that is a dumb individual. Like an only stupid person would tweet that.
See, I look at it from a different lens. See, what I do is, let's say, for example, I had an issue on this show in particular, and I've never actually talked about this on the show, but I would get so anxious about things that I said on the show in this block of 2 hours that I would start doing cuts.
Okay.
And I do like the podcast review, so it came to the point where there were just too many cuts.
Yeah.
I was starting to trap myself in this realm of nothing I'm saying is okay. So after my ex-girlfriend came on, and we got really drunk, and we had this crazy episode where all these things got cut, and I said to myself, all right, you know what? Moving forward, no more cuts. Unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
I'm being too hard on myself. I'm not going to do any more cuts. And since then, we haven't had a single cut in the last 6 weeks, which is great for me. But I'll force myself. If I did a tweet that I didn't like, I'll be like, don't delete it. Don't delete it because you're just feeding your own demons right now. By deleting it, you're solidifying in your head, I did fuck up. I'm going backwards.
The predestination. You know?
Exactly.
It's predestined for you to delete that. And to go against that.
Exactly. But with Twitter, though, in particular, like I very rarely will feel the need to delete a tweet because I'm so OCD before I send it. I'll reread it 300 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never.
I'm not an impulse tweeter.
I've never reread a tweet before I've sent it. That's why I have so many typos in my tweets.
Bam.
That's it. And then I just press tweet.
Yeah.
Press send.
Well, typos I have all the time, but like if there's like a hot take I have, I'll put it in the drafts. I'll go about my day, and then when I cool down, I'll be like, don't send that.
Your
shit.
hot takes consist of Subway sandwiches, are pretty fucking good.
Well, that's why most of the hot takes don't make it out. They're in the draft. If you saw my draft,
I just took a poop at 2 p.m. What?
Yeah, I'm very, dude. I try to be the least problematic I could be in every facet of my life.
That's amazing.
Because like, fuck being problematic.
So you use Twitter regularly?
Yeah. Yep. I didn't for a while when I was on my cleanse. I really didn't use it at all.
He's verified, bro.
But
We are
you
not
got-
worried.
I know it's crazy.
You got the contact?
I only.
Yeah, what the fuck is up, dude?
I only got verified.
Are you
Twitter
verified on Instagram?
No. Twitter stops verifying people unless they had basically an LLC or a company like say, hey, this person is legit. So the reason I got verified is because I hosted Pokemon Worlds. So I was able to say, hey, look, I'm the guy that hosted Pokemon Worlds and people are impersonating me. And they verified
But you can't be like, I'm Shadypenguinn LLC, verify me.
No.
Yeah, you can't be your own president.
So
Unless you're
someone else
important.
has to be like
some
this person.
Some important business has to
Oh
reference
my
you.
God.
I know.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy. Twitter, especially. Instagram, I applied a week ago. They got back to me in 2 days. They're like, nope. You can't.
Yeah, but you want to talk about anxiety? I definitely have social media anxiety. So I went on my cleanse, right? Twitter, and I unfollowed everyone. And I've slowly over the past 2 or 3 weeks, I started following people, and I'm really being intentional. Like, okay, I'm following this person because either we're working together on something, I want to work with you on something. Those are basically the only 2 reasons why I'm following people right now. And
There needs to be a purpose.
Yeah. It's like
A mutual understanding and like
there's very few people, and this is gonna sound like mean, I guess, but I'm not really looking for people's life updates right now.
I'm not looking for friends.
I'm not. Well, I'm looking for community, and I'm looking for. I'm looking for, but I'm not looking for your update on Twitter, right? If I want to be your friend, I want to have a conversation and get to learn things. Because that's one thing I hate about social media is like, I don't get to say someone has something good happen, like they get a new car, or they win a lotto ticket, I don't know, whatever, and I see it on Instagram or I see it on Twitter. I don't get to talk to them about it. I don't get to like have a moment of joy with them because I've already seen it. Someone's like, oh yeah, it was cool that happened to you. But like if they were just like, hey dude, guess what? And they pulled out like a $5,000 lotto ticket winner, be like, bro, we're going to Jake's. Literally yesterday, someone tweets out that they're looking for a person to play Among Us with. Courage JD. And I have like Courage, Tim, and Nick Merckx, people that I watch almost every day because they're always doing squads and COD. And I was like, yo, if I was like still following him like I would definitely respond. Like, yo, if you need a penguin, let me know. And I was like, that's a good tweet, bro.
That's fire.
I know.
That's fire.
And so then I was like, I'm playing with my daughter, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be that guy. I literally, because someone tagged me in it, which is the only reason why I saw it. And then I was like, oh, I didn't follow him back yet because I followed Tim, and I think I followed Nick Merckx back. I'm not back. I followed them again.
Do they follow you?
No, they don't follow me. And then I was like, I'll follow. I don't want to follow Courage right now while he's looking for Among Us people, while people are tagging me on his tweet.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna seem so shallow, and like that's not. I was already following him before, and I had forgotten to refollow him essentially because I'm doing it slowly as I work with people, or people that like I followed Tim again because I literally watch him every day. And then as I'm playing with my daughter, somehow I follow him accidentally. And that moment I was like, bro, because like since I'm verified, they get an alert when you follow them. So as soon as someone tags me, I follow him immediately. I'm like, bro, you look like such a schmuck right now, like straight up. And I thought about that for the whole night. And of course I didn't, then I couldn't even put myself out there. I would have rather put myself out there without following him and been like, yo, you need a penguin, let me know.
Do you think it matters?
It doesn't matter, right? Like, but I'm not in my anxious state.
Right.
Anxiety, all anxiety is your brain saying things that don't matter.
Right.
That's all anxiety is.
It's very prisoner of the moment too.
It really is.
How many fucking times have I vented to you about something, and then the next week been like, what is wrong with me? That was dude, I worry about the dumbest shit. Like dumb, bro. I can't think of an example off the top of my head right now, but dumb. Like my friend sometimes will be like, what is wrong with you? Like Dylan will be like, are you serious right now? Come on, Vinny. Look at your situation. You're fine. That's what he says. You're fine.
Oh my God.
He's like that too though. We both vent to each other like all the time.
You know it's fine when he hits you with that sweet southern voice.
Oh, the southern twang.
It's fine.
I might go down there this weekend actually for Ryan's. Let me know if I was there because I might be there right now. Ryan's doing a big stream.
Oh, nice.
I think you should do a Shady Lock sleep lock.
Oh my God,
on
dude.
YouTube. Now that you're streaming on YouTube again, is that a consistent thing happening now? Because you stream there.
Yeah,
I
don't have a schedule for it right now. But when I go live right now, I'm going to be going live on YouTube. I'm not going to be going live on Twitch right now.
So why the change?
So for a while I've wanted to try YouTube streaming out. And I've just been waiting to get let go by my network because I was part of Full Screen and they were taking
You made a very smart decision because I had to deal with that.
Yeah. Okay.
That was your deal where they would take the super chat too? Yep. And memberships, right?
Yeah. I saw that before I
You
started.
were part of Full Screen?
Yep. For a long time, a couple of years.
Now, what do they do for you?
I'm
Take your money.
I'm not going to speak on Full Screen
Right.
specifically, but my overall opinion on networks, I think it's way better to do it solo. That's just my opinion.
But what do they do?
They could give you like, benefits to like get you passes to a convention or get you a new code that will allow you to play a game earlier or, give you tools to make thumbnail, all this type of stuff. But like, if you can do it on your own, in my opinion, it makes sense to do it on your own.
Yeah.
Especially you don't want them touching your donation, your membership money. That's money coming from your audience that wants to support you.
They wanted 100% of that?
No, I don't remember what my split. Most splits are like 90-10. If I'm
Most
remembering
splits
You
are
right.
get
90.
90, they get 10?
Yeah.
But you don't want that.
No,
But
no.
if they're not bringing anything of value that you can't already do,
right.
it's like they're just taking 10% for.
Exactly. And it's like, it's coming out of your fans' pockets to support you, and then it's all of a sudden,
Yes.
just, here you go, Full Screen, or here you go, whatever network. No shade to Full Screen,
Yeah,
obviously.
no. It's more like just the thing where like I agree. I didn't want my viewers' money going to my network.
Yeah.
Like so that was just I'm just gonna wait till I can get released, and then I got released, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot, and it was great, man. Thank you again for coming through and sponsoring
Yo, no
you
problem.
and Dylan.
I think, I was a second member.
Second
Dylan
member.
was number one.
Oh, really?
Dude, I was scrolling through, and that wasn't even planned. Like, we both showed up because we just in the sub box. I go, what the fuck? He's live on YouTube. Clicked it, and it was good to go. So now the move though, because this is what's fascinating to me. It's so you always wanted to stream on YouTube. Is your Twitch channel going to still operate, or what's the story?
It's not that I always wanted to, but within the past year, Twitch has had a lot of downs. I would say not ups and downs, just a lot of moments where it's like, and then especially with the whole recent thing of like, hey, you have to delete all your clips and delete all your VODs in case
of the music, right?
Yeah, in case there's any copyright stuff in there, and we have no system in place. At least YouTube has a system in place where they can say, hey, yeah, we're just going to flag that, mute it. You're not going to get any revenue from that stream. It's like, that's fine. So a combination of all that said, hey, let me try YouTube out. And yeah, I mean, really, the other thing is, right, I have at least some sort of base on there. Obviously, like Twitch, I think I have 150,000 followers, but Twitch followers.
Holy shit, you have 150 over there?
I think around there.
152.
Wow. What?
You have 152.
Oh, this man.
This guy's got my
the
number.
Man in the chair, baby. Let's go. I didn't even know it was that. I knew you had a big presence there. That's legit,
yeah, but that's a follower account. I think after doing this for so long, follower account, subscriber account, they're sub numbers, right? Your views and your active viewers, concurrent viewers, those are more important. But all to be said, like, for example, I might tonight, either I'm gonna finish oh my gosh, the scary game I was playing. Oh my god, my brain's not working. Whatever.
Amnesia, thank you.
Amnesia, Rebirth.
This guy's
you're on top of it.
This guy's
bro.
on fire
That's
today.
Crazy.
My third eye.
I feel like we're all on fire. This is a fucking great show.
And or I'm gonna go home and open my TCGO packs because I have like my account that's loaded with packs and I want to start making decks and playing that. So I think that will be a much better fit on youtube.com/Shadypenguinn. So I'll probably do that tonight. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be streaming there more regularly. I want to try to start with at least 3 to 4 streams a week.
Nice.
And really, I would play Among Us every day of my life on YouTube if I had a group to play with every day.
Bro,
of
I
my
feel
life.
that way too.
Dude, right?
Because I get mad jealous about like the circle, Corpse, Valkyrie, Pokimane, Critical. I'm just like,
That's a squad. That's a strong squad.
it's
Dude,
insane.
did you see who's streaming tomorrow?
No.
It's literally like Valkyrie, Pokimane, Logic,
that's so
Logic's wife, which is just rhyme style, apparently.
Corpse has to be in there.
Corpse is in there. I think Moist is in there. PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye.
Bro.
I think literally just like a
Lily Pichu.
I don't know if Lily's playing tomorrow, but I agree completely. I'm jealous not just because like they're creators, but also yes, like not the fact that they're big creators, but having a group of 10 creators to play with seems like just so much fun to do
I
all
just
the
feel
time.
like I don't know them.
Mhm.
I know Critical a little bit, but I don't think he really knows me
Yeah.
because I'm part of Human Media Group, which is his company.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Ah.
Yeah. But like I feel like for some reason, like, put me in, coach.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I want to play. Like,
Yo, honestly though, just go for it. Fuck it.
How?
Somehow just
I have
get his attention.
5,000 followers on Twitter.
Yeah, your Twitter game needs fucking work.
Well, hasn't
Let's be
Critical been
honest.
doing public lobbies? Just squeezing one of those.
How?
I don't know what he's doing, but all I know is that someone told me that Critical's doing public lobbies.
How do I get in that though?
When he's streaming, he might just post a code,
Oh shit.
and
You
that's
just gotta be waiting for that code.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's this weird thing too, though, because like I really do believe in like the shoot your shot, no matter what the size of the creator, if you want to work with somebody. But I hate the mentality of like you're trying to be a leech, when in reality you probably just really like the guy. You think you'd make fire content with him, hit him up.
I feel like I could hang with the
yeah,
big dogs.
yeah, exactly. You know, that's a weird like thing that I feel like is always gonna be on. That's a weird.
That's
That's
why-
that's everything though. That's
It's
life.
always going to be a thing because you don't once you get. So I was just talking about this with my D&D group. There's a reason why famous people marry famous people. It's because it's not because they are like stuck up and they only want to marry someone who's famous. It's because they have serious trust issues with someone who's not already financially stable.
It's a good
So
point.
like, I think that's where the doubt comes from when like a small creator hits up someone and says, "Hey, I think we could work." Because I get asked all the time for people to work together, and to me, from my perspective, it feels insensitive if you know my history, if you know that I worked with exactly one person, and then like we have no relationship yet. Like even when it comes to me, when it comes to like a Let's Play, mainly that's only it. Among Us, I will jump into a lobby with anyone. I don't care what size of a creator you are, but I'm hoping to play Among Us with like funny people, essentially. Like I want to play with people that are good at the game, and I want to play with people that have a personality because I think that'll make good content. And like for me, creating content is fun.
Yeah.
So I want to combine Among Us fun and content fun, like I did with Mr. Fruit and his group. I got to play with Wildcat and a group of them a little while ago, but I also my recording got completely
He
screwed with
subbed
that.
to me the other day.
Dude, Tyler Wildcat.
I don't know who he is though.
He's one of the kindest. I will say that Wildcat was the first big YouTuber.
He's got like 8 fucking million subs.
Yes, he's one of the first big
That's
creators
crazy.
that broke the stigma that I had of big creators that were like, they only care about numbers. Because dude, I don't remember exactly when I met him, which packs, but this guy comes up to me. He's like, got 3 inches on me. He's like, bro, Shady, what's going on? I'm like, hey, man, nice to meet you. What's your name? He's like, dude, it's Wildcat. And like, we had only like been mutuals on Twitter or something, but he was like so happy to meet me. He wanted to talk. We talked Hearthstone. And then he hit me up to play Among Us. Like when I tweeted out like, yo, I really want to play Among Us people, he like added me to his Discord and stuff.
That's dope.
And yeah, like I love seeing that. So it's like it's like the flip flop, right?
Yeah.
Like once you become a big creator, you can be that Wildcat for someone. But there is a line. Like I wouldn't ask Wildcat, like, hey man, do you want to do a 30-part episode series with me? Like I would never do that. I might say, hey, can I guest on your podcast? Hey, do you want to guest on my pod? Like stuff like that.
What is he, like 6'7"? He said he got 3 inches on him.
Yeah, he's like 6'5", I think.
That's crazy. Yeah, see, for me, it never bothers me if a smaller creator asks to collab, but like I just bluntly say it, I probably will not work with anybody that's not already my friend to some degree.
Yeah.
Because like I just feel like working with a stranger, it won't even make the best content we can make. I'm sure we could pull it off, but like I need to know you to some degree, know how our chemistry is, if we can bounce off each other, then we can get into something. And I think a big reason for me why I don't get really bothered by is because I've been the small guy that's now working with the people that I asked previously where they would say no, but now we're working together. It's like me and Luke joke about it all the time. I literally DM'd Game Boy Luke, my British friend that I bring up all the time. I DM'd him like a savage when I was at like 2,000 subs. I was like, yo, you want to do a Soul Link?
Oh my God.
And he just like, he was very nice about it. He like kindly said no.
Sorry, mate. You're
And
just a puss boy.
And then we formed a friendship, like however it happened through the years. Now he's one of my best mates, mate. And we did a project together last year. And we work together all the time now.
See,
it's crazy.
You are a better person than me, for sure. Because I feel like for me, if I might have even had these thoughts the other night, like, if I had ever asked to work with someone and they said no, and it was obvious it was because of my size, and then later on they wanted to work with me because of my size, dude,
burnt.
Done for me.
But
done.
But I think you have to understand, like, the people that, like, you have to go into it with some level of, they're probably going to say no, but at least let me try. I didn't go into it thinking he's going to say yes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So and that's the difference, right? Because I'm the type that would never ask someone who is bigger, like by a zero. Let's call it a zero. Like I would never be like, hey man, I think we should work together, unless like there was a friendship. So I'm talking about going in cold, going to someone and saying, like they did with Luke, DMing. If I went in cold and they were just like, no, I don't want to work with you, and then there wasn't a time of building a friendship, and then they hit me up and said, hey, we should work together, I would be like, no.
Yeah, friendship was definitely formed in that specific scenario.
So that's different. Like because I agree. I think that relationship is a key component. Like
for sure.
Even with getting to Among Us is different for me. Like because I'm not like super close with the Dream Team, like Fruit Crew's Dream Team or anything like that. Like I'm not with those guys. But I got to vibe with them and play a game Among Us, and then we played for another 7 hours, another session, and like now it's like, okay, we're starting to form a friendship over this game.
Yeah. But
it's nothing as serious as, hey, let's 3 days a week, let's get together and record for an hour. Like that's different. You want to make sure you have that friendship, that
it's
chemistry.
Also just crazy how like friendships can spawn when you least expect it, and you end up vibing with someone, you end up making some really cool stuff that then other people watch, and then they get inspired, they blow up, they start working with you. It's like the internet's just crazy. Good and bad. Very, very, very crazy.
Definitely.
We've been going for a fucking long time.
Let's wrap it.
I was gonna say you had to be on the road by 3. It's 3:30. We gotta definitely.
No.
Yeah, we definitely. I was just gonna say we definitely can't open the Pokemon cards now. Here's what I'll say. Last thing before you go, we do a segment called Grandmother of the Week. If you have any grandparents you want to feature, if not, we could just wrap it here.
I will feature my my wife's grandma. Her birthday was actually just yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday!
She's over 80.
Happy
Yeah, she's
birthday.
great.
God bless.
Yeah.
Want to say like just one sentence? Does she have a special meal she likes to make?
She good at cooking?
Your potato salad and Spätzles are out of control. Spätzles is like Spätzles is like a dough that you boil. It's a German dish,
like a fried piece of dough.
Similar to a pretzel.
Nah, but it's just boiled, so it's just like this chewy little, almost looks like a pierogi, but there's nothing in it.
Oh, pierogi slap.
And you put some so it's Spätzles and goulash. You put goulash on top of it, which is like this stew meat.
Yes.
Oh, look at that! It looks like
gravy.
mac and cheese.
That's Spätzle.
Let me see.
That looks delicious, bro.
Yeah, that's some Spätzles. Yeah.
And then the goulash is like that beef stew.
Yeah,
I'm
goulash is that
starving.
beef.
I'm gonna eat like a beast
That's
after this.
that winter hibernation bulk food.
Oh yeah. That's that. I'm trying to get to 250 by next Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, dude. Thank you for coming on. This
Yes,
was
of course.
absolutely amazing.
Pleasure.
Great episode. Great way to bring in the 1 year.
Absolutely.
I look like
Congratulations, 1 year.
crazy.
You
Actually.
didn't even roast me on my yoga outfit.
I didn't. Well, listen. Here's the thing. I feel like I'm the only one that actually came. He's ready to go to a wedding right here. You know what I'm saying? But
Dude,
listen,
I
it's
had to
okay.
take my tie off because there's too much.
You looked great.
Thank you.
You look great.
Thank
But yeah, you ready for a wedding? You'd be, you're the party after the wedding, back
listen,
at the house.
My logic was we can't all be. There's got to be some diversity here. We can't all be.
I thought we were gonna walk in with the drip, dude.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. All of his links to his 19 channels will be linked down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best. Seriously, go sub to him. He's absolutely incredible. And hopefully this will be the first of more things to come. Phil,
Say hello to your grandmother for me.
we love you guys. See you soon. Take care. Peace.
No, I liked that. That's a good sign. Say hello to your
Beautiful.
grandmother.